the inauguration. Face off over Amit Shah's CAA declaration. Congress says speak about Manipur violence first. Mega showdown in Bengaluru as pro-Kannada activists hit the streets over Kannada signboards. In Jammu, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chairs topmost level meeting over security situation. Ahead of Republic Day tableau, politics begin. Bhagwat Mann says centre targeting opposition ruled states. Ladies and gentlemen, on the biggest story tonight, we put the spotlight on the Ram Mandir construction. It has undoubtedly gained momentum. All eyes would be on the inauguration that's going to take place on 22nd of January, starting from the Prime Minister to the entire cabinet who would be present there. There's been a lot of politics that has already been played over it, starting from the fact that despite the invites that have actually gone to opposition leaders like Sonia Gandhi as well as Mamata Banerjee, several seem to have now linked Ram Mandir inauguration to politics, is what they are essentially calling. But for the people of Ayodhya, this is a matter of great pride. And this is exactly what we are going to display to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with this report really coming in from my colleague Priyanka, who gets us a sneak peek into the Ram Mandir construction.
Outside the main premises of the Ram temple, and the kind of journey that this entire temple has really seen that had been depicted, and what we are showing you right now is the entire structure that is all set to be inaugurated on 22nd of January. A lot of importance of the entire foundation that had been made of this temple as well. 50 feet deep is the foundation that had been installed. In this 50 feet, we have fly ash and layers of sand, at least 50 layers of sand that have been prepared in this particular foundation, post which, of course, we had seen that there were a lot of meetings that had gone on for that foundation as well, because not one piece of steel or iron has been used in the foundation. That is a unique point of this entire foundation that has been set up. We had seen how experts from IITs and other geological institutions as well had come here. Engineers had come here. Engineers had carried out meetings, and then they had prepared this entire foundation as well, the game plan for this entire foundation that had been put on. And we are looking at how the structure that has also been built, a lot of significance when it comes to the structure of the temple as well. 3 floors of the temple that is being made, 3 floors of the entire Ram temple. Now, right in front of us, what we see is the Ram temple that is going to be the main structure. On the ground floor as well, on the first floor, we will see the entire statue of Ram Lala that will be established there. Now, another important thing about this Ram Lala statue as well, there are three sculptors who have been given the task of making the statue of Lord Ram. Now, in that, we will see out of whichever structure in fact has the innocence of a child and also the divinity is what we're being told. The 2 factors that will be looked at or considered while looking at the statues and the structures to understand which structure will be kept in this temple. The 2 parts will be the divinity and the kind of innocence of a child, because this is Ram Lala that will be kept inside of the temple, and that's exactly why we are looking at this entire structure that is being erected and the kind of procedure that has gone into selecting the statues, selecting and making the sculptures of Ram Lala as well. Now, the present statue, in fact, of Ram Lala had been that in a sitting position, and now they will also be accommodated in this particular structure. Now, the 3rd floor also, we're being told, will be constructed, and there will be ideation to carry out what exactly will be on the 3rd floor. But around us, not just this temple, but the other structures as well that are being erected will be that of the Surya temple, Surya Mandir, and then, of course, the Shiv temple, and also 7 other temples that will be constructed. Now we are also being told a lot of architectural importance of this particular junction, because we will see that the old people, senior citizens essentially, and people with special needs, how they will be able to travel in this particular area is that there will be an escalator, there will be a lift that will also be provided joining the 2 structures as well. Now this will be the main temple once again, and this again is made out of stones of granite and limestone. Granite that has been brought in from Telangana and Karnataka, and the limestone, the pink limestone that has been brought in from Rajasthan, out of which the carvings will be made inside of the temple as well. So the 3 floors temple that is all going to be going to be inaugurated on 22nd of January. But of course, a lot more on the 7 other structures that are yet to be completed will be completed in the next 8 months. Wait for the devotees to be able to arrive in Ayodhya and go to the Ram temple is almost over. What you see behind me is the construction of the Ram temple that is almost completed and is going to be inaugurated on 22nd of January, when the major inauguration ceremony is all set to take place, in which international delegations and dignitaries are also going to be present, along with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But of course, as of now, what we're showing you is the main Ram temple that is all set to be completely done the construction with, and we will see special stones in fact that have been brought in from several states, specifically from Karnataka, from Telangana, and several other places of Rajasthan as well, where there are specific limestones, pink limestones that are being used in the construction of the temple, so that the carvings that can be done inside the temple of the special idols as well that is being done. We will keep walking towards the Ram temple to show you a more view of what exactly is happening inside the temple as far as the construction of the temple is concerned. A lot of ideation has gone into it in terms of the kind of stones that are being used, in terms of the placement of the temple as well. It is not just one temple of the Ram temple. In fact, there are going to be 7 other temples as well, which will depict the story of the Ramayana, which will also include several other idols as well, including that of Shabri, Jatayu, and all others as well, that will be placed in and around this premises. But the main premises of the Ram temple as of now stands here. Of course, we will keep going towards the temple to show you a better view of how the temple is going to be standing tall. But of course, the main temple only is going to be completed by 22nd of January, post which we will see at least 7 to 8 months more for the other 7 temples that have also been planned that will be constructed in this particular. We have spoken to the people who were planning the entire temple, who were planning the entire architecture and how the stones will be brought in. But let's get a word from the people who are bringing the stones in, putting the stones down, constructing the temple brick by brick. And these are the workers who are in fact joining us right now, who are in fact going to be speaking to us as well, and we will try to get in a word from them. आप लोग कब से हैं यहाँ पर, कब से काम चालू है, क्या क्या काम आप लोग यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं?
अब मुझे तो 7 मंथ हुआ है। 7 मंथ में हम लोगों ने देखा है कि ज़मीन से जो कार्य शुरू हुई थी, अब लगभग तैयारी की ओर में है हम लोग।
आप लोग क्या काम करते थे यहाँ पे?
चुनाई का काम करते थे हम लोग, और पिछले 3 महीने से आए हैं।
जी हाँ, मतलब प्लास्टर और जुड़ाई का काम करते हैं, ईंट का जुड़ाई का काम हम लोग करते हैं।
किस तरह से पूरा हमने देखा है बनते हुए, क्योंकि यहाँ पे पहले नींव यहाँ पर रखी गई, पहले काफी सारा यहाँ पे काम नहीं हो पा रहा था, नींव रखी गई, अब पूरा मंदिर अब बनने को तैयार है बस, और पूरे जो डिवोटीज हैं जिनकी आस्था है वो सब यहाँ पर आना चाहते हैं।
जो यह अवसर मिल पाया है कि मंदिर बना है, और जब हम आए थे यहाँ पर लगभग 200 फीट नीचे से जमीन को खुदाई करके सारा मिट्टी को हटाकर उसके बाद नींव को तैयार किया गया है, और अब लगभग तैयारी की ओर हम लोग पहुँच चुके हैं। राम जी का मंदिर तैयार हो चुकी है, और हम लोगों में बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी इस बात की है कि हम लोगों ने अपने अपने जिला से यहाँ पर आकर कार्य कर रहे हैं।
अपने अपने जिला से। आप बताइए, आप भी काफी खुश लग रहे हैं, किस तरह से यहाँ पर काम हुआ है? सब लोगों ने मिलकर यहाँ पर काम किया है राम मंदिर बनाने।
ये काम समझ लीजिए कि जितने भी वर्कर यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, ये हमारे जो राम जी के साथ में बानरी सेना के रूप में जो राम सेतु का निर्माण किए थे, उसी हिसाब से राम मंदिर में भी अपना तन मन धन लगा के और पैसा कमाने के पर्पज से नहीं आए हैं, केवल राम मंदिर का निर्माण हो इस संकल्प के साथ आए हैं। और मनोज तिवारी जी ने जो गाना गाया था वो आज सत्य हो रहा है। उन्होंने गाया था कि भगवा रंग चढ़ने लगा है, मंदिर अब बनने लगा है, मंदिर जब बन जाएगा सोच नजारा क्या होगा, देश हमारा हमारा देश हमारा, सोच के देखो इससे प्यारा फिर नजारा क्या होगा, सोच के देखो इससे प्यारा फिर ये नजारा क्या होगा।
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। आप लोगों ने पूरा मिलकर यहाँ पर काम किया है, शुरुआत से काम किया है, तो मतलब इंथुजियाज्म भी उतना ही होगा, जोश भी उतना ही होगा कि अब खत्म होने आया।
हम लोगों को कोई थका महसूस नहीं होता है, चाहे दिन भर मुझे मिट्टी में भी काम करना पड़े या कोई भी मेहनत का काम करना पड़े, थका बिल्कुल महसूस नहीं होता है। और रात को सोते हैं तो नींद इतना गजब की आती है कि जैसे लग रहा है कि मैं दवा खा के सो रहा हूँ, और वो दवा है केवल राम नाम की दवा है। इसलिए पूरे भारतवर्ष के लोगों से मैं कहता हूँ कि 22 जनवरी को एक पुनः दीपोत्सव मनाकर और रामलला का प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में आप लोग सभी लोग सम्मिलित होइए, आइए दर्शन कीजिए।
आप बताइए, आप भी खुश लग रहे हैं काफी, अपने आप को वानर सेना कह रहे थे काफी।
बिल्कुल वानर सेना ही हम राम लला की और हमें तो परम सौभाग्यशाली मानते हैं हम कि हमें इस भूमि पे आने का काम करने का मौका मिला, और प्रभु श्री राम ने हमें इस लायक समझा कि आपको यहाँ आके काम करना है, और हम तो बिल्कुल वानर सेना की तरह प्रभु के आदेश पे काम कर रहे हैं। बिल्कुल यही उत्साह है, और बस 22 जनवरी का इंतजार है कि हमारे प्रभु श्री राम अपने स्वयं के घर में विराजे। यही हमारी इच्छा है, यही हमारे पूर्वजों की इच्छा थी, और आज हम उसको पूर्ण कर रहे हैं, तो हमें बहुत उत्साह है।
सफर बस 22 जनवरी तक का है, 22 जनवरी खत्म होगा और वही उसी दिन पूरे सब लोग यहाँ पर देश भर से आएंगे देखने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच हमसे बात करने के लिए। आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह से जो सारे वर्कर्स हैं यहाँ पर they are calling themselves the Vanar Sena, basically the Vanar Sena that had made sure that Lord Ram had been able to carry on with his journey in the Vanvas and the exile, and now we are looking at the same quote-unquote Vanar Sena, in fact carrying out the construction of the very Ram temple here in Ayodhya that is all set to be inaugurated on 22nd of January. With video journalist Vipin Ori, I'm Priyanka Sharma. We have Jagdish Thakre, in fact, who's joining us, the project manager from the trust, who has been here for a couple of months, who has been overlooking the entire project as well. Thank you so much, sir, for joining Republic and speaking to us. If you could speak to us a little bit about the construction, about the temple, how soon will a devotee be able to come from anywhere across the globe and witness the 7 to 8 temples that have been also planned? What exactly is it looking like? And is the excitement also hitting its crescendo? 22nd Jan is the inauguration.
I understand from your talk that you and all your viewers are definitely excited to have darshan in Ram Mandir as early as possible. I assure you all, as far as today's program, by this January when Mananiya Pradhan comes here and inaugurates, we'll have our ground floor, first floor ready, and you will have darshan inside. You can go straight up to the sanctorium, entering from the Sinhadwar, Nritya Mandap, then Ranga Mandap, then you have also Graha Mandap, Kirtan Mandap, Bhajan Mandap, and then Sanctorium. So this part, route is absolutely clear from the ground floor. Everybody will be able to enter here from the 23rd onward, and then darshan will be available here. In addition to that, part of Parkota will be available, which is around 800 meters length.
This side.
You are able to see now the front gate, east side gate of Parkota, and this will be the entrance gate. We are trying to complete that part of the entrance gate.
Sir, I was also reading that Parkota is not essentially a very usually seen infrastructure in our northern temples as well. Why is it being made here? What is the significance of it?
In the northern region, normally when you follow Nagar Shaili, this part of Nagar Shaili has an ascending way of having shikhar inside that normally does not have Parkota. Parkota starts as a principal image coming from the Dravidian cultural style. So if you go to Rameshwaram, if you go to Madurai, you will have these kinds of structures. We have made a solid combination of both, because ultimately Ram has seen both north and south. So this part definitely has become, but this is not in the form of Gopur. Normally elsewhere it could be in the form of Gopur. We have tried to merge this with Nagar Shaili. So it has been deliberately kept little lower, but the entrance gate, along with 150 by 250 meter length of Parkota, we'll have
Also, sir, talk about the Ram Lalla statue as well, because I feel it is still under wraps. There are 3 sculptors who have been given the task, and we were being told that the 2 things that will be taken into consideration is the divinity and the innocence of a child, because this is Ram Lalla that will be kept inside. So, if you could speak to us a little bit about this.
There are 3 murtis which are being carved, out of which one will be selected in the main sanctorium, and that will be selected by many of the artists, Santa Mahanta, put together. But the 2 others definitely will follow and have place somewhere else. It is only because such kind of things are not done in a single way. Sometimes if it goes wrong, probably we'll have a loss of faith, and then sometimes we have a loss of timing. So we are trying to have balance on both. Ultimately, Murti which comes here will be of Ram Lalla, almost 5 feet, and then it will also have a small Murtis of the earlier kind together. So that will be a part.
The one that was kept before the entire
world. In Asthai Mandir, they also will be carried here. So they will remain for the puja, and Ram Lalla will be standing there to give us Ashirwad. It will be Ram Lalla. On the first floor, we will have Darbar, Chakravati Raja Ram, along with Lakshman, Sita ji, Hanumanji, and all brothers. So that will be in the first floor. It will follow maybe in April, May. And then when we'll go for Shikhar, Pratishtha, we also have the second floor done. We may have Ram Parivar put there at a later date. This is just a proposal, but this is likely to follow further.
But apart from that, there are a lot of other infrastructural marvels as well that are being constructed here. 7 other temples we were being told that will be kept here. Jatayu, Shabri, all of that has been thought of. The entire tale of Ramayana.
Out of that, 5 temples are from the Rishis who made Rama as Purushottam Rama. Otherwise, he was a child Rama. And that was Agasti, Bharadwaj. We also have Valmiki, Vishwamitra and Vasishtha. In addition to that, his beloved friend, Nishad Guha, who took him and
across Ganga.
And across Ganga. And then we also have Gautami Ahilya and we have Shabri Mata. Along with that also is Jatayu and Bhagwan Shankarji, who allowed him to go across and reach Sri Lanka thereafter. So they are all the people and they are all the deities who were with Rama, and then with their help probably Rama could do a marvelous work.
On the other side, we get you the latest with the warning that has now been issued by Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आज इमरान खान छोड़ दीजिए, आज नवाज शरीफ वहाँ के वजीर आजम बनने वाले हैं। वो चिल्ला चिल्ला के कहते हैं हम बात करेंगे। क्या वजह है कि हम बातचीत के लिए तैयार नहीं है? अगर बातचीत से हमने ये सुलझाया नहीं तो माफ़ी चाहता हूँ आपसे कहने का, हमारा भी वही हाल होगा जो आज गाज़ा का और पैलेस्टीनियन का हो रहा है।
Viewers, top operations tracking right now. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will visit Jammu 27 December to meet top army officers at 16th Corps in Nagrota. He will then head to Rajouri and Poonch with army officials and interact with troops and civilians. Following this, the Defence Minister will hold security review meeting at Jammu Raj Bhavan in the afternoon. Today marks the day 7 of the Poonch terror attack. Search operations have been going on in the forests of Rajouri for over 100 hours. And more army officers have been deployed to intensify and fasten the search operation of the terrorists. Constant reports of the situation are also being sent to the higher authorities. Mortal remains of Jawan Chandan Kumar were brought to his native village. He lost his life during the Rajouri terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. Security personnel are deployed in Poonch and they're conducting a search operation to apprehend terrorists in the forest region of Dera Ki Gali in Rajouri sector, Jammu and Kashmir. The internet services will remain suspended. The BSF troops launched a search operation after a Pakistani drone violated Indian airspace. In the operation, BSF troops seized 434 grams of heroin wrapped with adhesive tape from a village in Amritsar. The troops swiftly responded to the drone intrusion, which dropped the contraband before returning back to Pakistan. A plane with 303 Indian passengers grounded near Paris over suspicions of human trafficking has finally departed from France after the questioning of passengers for 2 days. Now, the Airbus A340 and its Indian passengers were held at the airport when it arrived on Thursday from Dubai for refueling after an anonymous tip-off that it was carrying potential victims of human trafficking. The Indian Embassy in France has extended gratitude to the French government by tweeting, and I quote here, "Thank French government for quick resolution of the situation, enabling Indian passengers to return home and their hospitality. Also for working closely with embassy team present throughout at the site to ensure welfare and smooth and safe return." Thousands of tourists have been stuck in traffic jams at the Atal Tunnel, according to the latest update coming in, as well as 65,000 tourists and 12,000 vehicles are stuck in the traffic at Atal Tunnel. The traffic was caused on as tourists went for the celebrations on the occasion of Christmas and ahead of New Year's. The opening of the Atal Tunnel has driven hotel occupancy in Shimla and Manali to 90%, with a record of over 28,000 vehicles.
Police and Central Reserve Police force. As of now, we have learned from our sources as traffic movement has been completely suspended on the same road for the precautionary measures. So far, we are getting to know that this ID was planted inside the small gas cylinder. We have spoken to officials and they have confirmed that the one ID has been detected and the further coordinate search operation is underway. So far, BDS squad is also here at this moment. It clearly indicates that how Pakistan is frustrated. We have seen a couple of days ago attack in Punch. After that, they are trying to disturb the peace process here in Jammu and Kashmir, but security forces are alert and this major tragedy has been averted by the joint security forces. Irawat Maharaj, Gram Zero.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Malabar presents Mind Diamond Festival. दिल की वो बातें जो हम बोल नहीं पाते, Diamond बोलता है.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Christmas turned nightmare for tourists thronging Himachal Pradesh during the weekend. Massive traffic congestion with tens of thousands stuck in serpentine queues was a common sight. Videos of tourists stuck in Atal Tunnel went viral. Caught in traffic jam for over 24 hours, people struggled for food. The state police rushed in to manage the surging traffic in sub-zero temperature. As tourists rushed Chokes Manali, 28,210 vehicles crossed the Atal Tunnel in the last 24 hours. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV. India's naval prowess, the Indian Navy is poised to inaugurate the newest stealth-guided missile destroyer INS Imphal at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai on Tuesday. The INS Imphal holds historical significance as the first warship named after a city from northeast.
The Honorable Prime Minister Modi for giving and acknowledging the importance of Manipur, giving the names of Imphal in a defense warship, INS Imphal.
CM Biren Singh further stated that the commissioning of INS Imphal not only adds another dimension to our country's maritime capabilities, but also stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of our armed forces. The remarkable efficiency in building and testing INS Imphal sets a record for the shortest duration for any indigenous destroyer, from keel laying on 19th May in 2017 to its launch into water on 20th April in 2019. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV.
15 locals have been detained by the security agencies in connection with the Dera Ki Gali terror attack, which claimed the life of 4 jawans of the Indian Army's Raष्ट्रीय Rifle Unit on the evening of 21st of December, when they were attacked by a group of 2 to 3 terrorists that were hiding in the forested area. Now the security forces have detained 15 persons that include 8 from the Sunkot area of Poonch and 7 from the Thana Mandi area of the Rajouri district, and all the people have been detained on the suspicion of helping the terrorists directly or indirectly. The security forces are also analyzing the dump call data to analyze and trace out the pattern so that a major breakthrough can be achieved in the ongoing investigation.
Matter of identity and faith. He also said that the entire country has contributions in the construction of this Ram Mandir. This comes a day ahead of the Ram Mandir inauguration set to take place on 22nd January. According to the sources, Chief Minister of Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, is likely to skip the Ram Mandir inauguration. Remember, the inauguration ceremony of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple is planned to happen on 22nd January. Most of the Ram temple compound will be a green area with hundreds of trees, and complex itself will be Atmanirbhar. And the temple trust said that the features in the temple include its own sewage and water treatment plants, a fire brigade post, and a dedicated power line. Ahead of the inauguration of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple, Ayodhya, the saints of Kashi have demanded as public holiday. The General Secretary of All India Saint Committee in a letter also demanded to celebrate National Festival 22nd January. The pro-Kannada organizations are protesting in Bengaluru while demanding that name boards and nameplates of business establishments in Karnataka should be in Kannada. The pro-Kannada outfit Karnataka Rakshana Vedike has conducted massive protests at the gate near the international airport. Amid the ongoing protest, security has been heightened across Bengaluru. Security heightened outside the key shopping junctions and malls across the city. Hundreds of bouncers are also employed by mall establishments to manage the protesters. The government of Karnataka has ordered that by Feb 28, 60% of the name boards should be in Kannada. The BBMP commissioner has given a deadline of 15 days for business establishments to get their name boards printed by 60% in Kannada and the remaining in English. Amid the ongoing protests in Bengaluru, around 30 detained by cops after they stormed into a mall in Bengaluru from the back gate. No property damage was reported in the malls. Additional private security being called in by the mall authorities. Indian Army to deploy additional troops in Rajouri Pooch. Strategic deployment to be done in forest of Rajouri and Pooch. Meanwhile, the induction of specialized troops in the area has also started. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has met the deceased of our martyrs in Rajouri. He also visited the hospital to see the injured in the Rajouri attack. During the visit, the Defense Minister also held meetings. An 80-minute review meeting was conducted by the Defense Minister, where he double-checked the security preparations in Rajouri and Pooch area. The Minister has also returned back to Delhi now. Jammu and Kashmir leader Farooq Abdullah said that the Defence Ministry should pay more attention on ensuring that more incidents like this do not happen again. He also said that India will definitely become like Gaza if the war happens here. He said that we should focus on maintaining peace with our neighbours to ensure peace on our borders. A letter was found near the blast near Israel embassy. The content in the letter was written in English and inflammatory words were being used. Letter has now been sent to forensics for verifying the fingerprints. This comes after an alleged blast near the Israel embassy that happened yesterday. Regarding the Israel embassy incident, yesterday Delhi police found 2 suspects after examining the CCTV footage. Police are now scanning CCTV visuals and trying to find out how the 2 suspects reached there and which route they took. After investigating the crime scene for almost 3 hours, the NSG and the NSG forensic team left the Israel embassy in New Delhi. Since morning, Delhi police, Joint CP, New Delhi, DCP Delhi Special Cell were present at the crime scene along with the NSG team for the investigation. The Indian Olympic Association formed an ad hoc to oversee the functioning of WFI. The committee will supervise WFI's operations, which include athlete selection, submitting entries for athletes to participate in international events, organizing sports activities, and handling the bank accounts. The ad hoc committee formed included 3 members. The Indian Olympic Association has listed the 3 names, Bhupendra Bajwa among others. And these are the 3 members of the committee. The committee will look after the WFI affairs until further notice. JDU President Lalan Singh is likely to announce his resignation from president post tomorrow. JDU office bearers meeting. Nitish Kumar will also be present in the meeting. Lalan Singh to move resolution tomorrow to appoint Nitish Kumar as the president of JDU ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The cabinet approves improvement and widening of 135-kilometer stretch of Kovai Harina Road in Tripura. The project involves investment of 2,000 crores, which includes a loan component of over rupees 1,000 crores. During bilateral talks in Moscow, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar said that the Prime Minister Modi and President Putin have also been in frequent contact. He also said that India is expecting a strong Russian participation at the Vibrant Gujarat meeting in January. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee holds a meeting to discuss regarding preparations for the Ganga Sagar Mela 2024. According to the Chief Minister, there will be strict police vigil, 200 kilometers long barricades to control the crowd. Surveillance through drones should be conducted. She also assured that there will be accident insurance, rupees 5 lakhs per person. Congress leader Sachin Pal announced that another yatra is going to take place in the leadership of Rahul Gandhi. The yatra will cover 6,000 kilometers in which issues of poor people, farmers and other voters will be raised. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath reviews 2024 Mela and the Kumbh Mela preparations during his one-day visit in the city. CM reached Prayagraj at around 12:30 and reviewed the traffic management plan, projects of government departments regarding 2024 Magh Mela. More than 15,000 industrial workers in Gandhipuram, Coimbatore staged a protest against the government's decision to not roll back electricity tariff, peak hour charges, fixed charges and demand for relief points. Ministry of Home Affairs has designated the Muslim League based in Jammu Kashmir as an unlawful association under the Unlawful Activities Act. Further, Union Minister Amit Shah clarified on the issue, saying that anyone acting against the unity, sovereignty and integrity of the nation will not be spared. A person was killed and another was critically injured after a boiler exploded at Indian Oil Corporation Limited in Chennai on Wednesday. Now, the injured has been rushed to a nearby hospital for treatment. The exact reason for the blast is yet to be ascertained. 32 people were injured as a tourist bus fell into a gorge near, this is happening near the police limits of Odisha in a place called Kanda Mahal. And now what we know so far, viewers, is that this is the fire brigade which reached the spot to rescue the injured. The tourist bus was from West Bengal. 10 to 12 illegally stored LPG cylinders exploded and resulted in a blast near Symbiosis College in Pune. The cylinders were kept at an under-construction site. Firefighters rushed to the scene and no casualties has been reported so far. In an update on the COVID situation, Delhi Health Minister, the Aam Aadmi Party leader Saurabh Bhattabad stated that RT-PCR testing has been started in Delhi with 250 to 400 tests conducted on daily basis. 2 positive cases have been reported yesterday. Currently, there are no casualty reported. Israeli military reported ongoing strikes in Gaza. Aerial footage was released showing airstrikes in Gaza City following shots fired at Israeli troops. The Navy also targeted a Hamas coastal compound, identifying suspects who posed a threat to ground forces. Israeli forces raided a refugee camp in the occupied West Bank, killing at least 6 Palestinians. The Israeli military also expanded its ground offensive in the Gaza Strip to the densely populated urban refugee camps in the central area of the territory. The IDF released a footage of what is called a hostile aerial target being shot down by Israeli Air Force over the Red Sea. The military said a fighter jet shot down the object, which officials asserted was on its way to Israeli territory. Israeli military released footage of what it said was its forces entering camps in the center of the Gaza Strip. Israel's defense forces stated that they have intensified ground offensive against Hamas. Yemen's Houthi rebels said that they targeted a container vessel of Yemen's coast and sent drones towards military targets in Israel. In the Red Sea, attacks by Houthi rebels in Yemen against commercial ships have disrupted trade and prompted a US-led multinational naval operation to go ahead and protect the shipping routes. Dozens of Egyptians holding passports and IDs are stranded in Gaza. All the stranded Egyptians are desperate to leave the besieged territory and escape the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. Many have left their Gaza homes seeking refuge near the southern gate amid Israel's bombardment. A senior Hamas official has accused the US of hypocrisy in its support of Israel army offensive. Speaking from Beirut, Osama Hamdan said that several countries had contacted the group in an attempt to negotiate hostage release and ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. A senior World Health Organization officer has warned that almost all hospital services in the Gaza Strip had stopped functioning following a devastating airstrike on a refugee camp on Christmas Eve. Speaking from the Joint Humanitarian Operations Center in Rafah, Sean Cassie recounted what he described as a carnage as large numbers of severely injured people arrived at the Al-Aqsa Hospital in central Gaza. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres announced the appointment of the former Deputy Prime Minister of the Netherlands and Mid-East expert Sigrid Kaag, the UN coordinator for humanitarian aid to Gaza. The decision comes in response to a Security Council resolution. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and Israel's Strategic Affairs Minister Ron Dermer met in Washington to discuss post-war planning for Israel and Gaza. During the meeting in Washington, the two also discussed efforts to bring home the remaining hostages from Gaza. Russia launched nearly 50 drones targeting various locations and shelled a train station in Kherson, where 100 civilians were waiting to travel to Kiev. Mexico launched its first army-run airline. The first Mexicana Airline 5 took off from Mexico City, bound for the Caribbean resort of Tulum. The airline's military-run holding company now also operates about a dozen airport hotels and trains, the country's customs service and tourist parks. A cholera outburst occurred at Port Sudan, which lies on Sudan's Red Sea coast, as the country remains in the grips of war. A lack of medical supplies has worsened the situation as well. At least 9 people have died in wild storms in the Australian eastern states and Queensland and Victoria. Earlier, 3 men were killed after a boat with 11 people aboard capsized in rough weather in the South Queensland coast. The North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has launched a year-end meeting of its ruling Workers' Party. The meeting of the Workers' Party Central Committee meeting held at headquarters in Pyongyang. This meet could go on for several days. A man who had been trapped for days in his crashed pickup truck rescued after 2 fishermen spotted the wreckage. Star Indian all-rounder Hardik Pandya will likely miss the T20I series against Afghanistan, but he said he will be fit before the Indian Premier League from his ankle injury. Pandya was a part of India's ICC Cricket World Cup squad. The opening batsman David Warner has now become Australia's second highest run scorer, surpassing the legendary Steve Waugh. South African pacer Kagiso Rabada completed 500 wickets in international cricket, becoming the only 7th bowler from his country to do so. Star India batter Virat Kohli reached another landmark on day 1 of the first Test match against South Africa to become the highest run getter for India in the World Test Championship.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
I am Marang Baloch. Now I am addressing all of you from Islamabad, Pakistan. I hope you are in any part of the world at this time, and if you are a humanitarian person, then you will listen to our voices and you will raise your voice against the Baloch genocide and help us. Baloch genocide has been going on for decades in Balochistan, in which thousands of our elders, youth, children and women have forcibly disappeared. Our people are being extrajudicially killed and our people are being forcibly displaced from their hometowns. Military operations are being carried out in our areas, our resources are being looted, and this genocide of our nation is intensifying day by day. Against this severe Baloch genocide, we held a peaceful sit-in for 13 days in Turbat, Balochistan, and after 13 days we started a peaceful long march which started from Turbat and travelled hundreds of kilometers to Islamabad, as reached the capital of Pakistan. Today is the 32nd day of our mass movement against the Baloch genocide. But in this whole mass movement, from sit-in to the long march all over Balochistan, the state has used extreme force to stop and end this movement. False FIRs were registered against our people, our friends were subjugated to physical violence and friends were arrested. And when we were faced all of these violence and conspiracies, and when we reached Islamabad, then we were stopped from going on to the Islamabad Press Club. And after being stopped for 3 to 4 hours, the Islamabad police started torturing us. We were accompanied by small children, women, elderly and young people. All of them were subjugated to severe torture. Water cannons and tear gas were used on us during the night in extreme cold, injuring many of our innocent children, women, elderly and youth.
आज इमरान खान छोड़ दीजिए, आज नवाज शरीफ वहाँ के वजीर आजम बनने वाले हैं। वो चिल्ला चिल्ला के कहते हैं हम बात करेंगे। क्या वजह है कि हम बातचीत के लिए तैयार नहीं है? अगर बातचीत से हमने ये सुलझाया नहीं तो माफ़ी चाहता हूँ आपसे कहने का, हमारा भी वही हाल होगा जो आज गाज़ा का और पैलेस्टीनियन का हो रहा है।
Christmas turned nightmare for tourists thronging Himachal Pradesh during the weekend. Massive traffic congestion with tens of thousands stuck in serpentine queues was a common sight. Videos of tourists stuck in Atal Tunnel went viral. Caught in traffic jam for over 24 hours, people struggled for food. The state police rushed in to manage the surging traffic in sub-zero temperature. As tourists rushed chokes Manali, 28,210 vehicles crossed the Atal Tunnel in the last 24 hours. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV. India's naval prowess. The Indian Navy is poised to inaugurate the newest stealth-guided missile destroyer INS Imphal at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai.
These groups are splitting apart, and that is what is making it difficult for the law enforcement authorities as well, because boards are being torn out here. This is an advertising board just around 20 meters away from the Devanahalli toll gate leading towards the Kempegowda International Airport, and you can look at it that it has been completely vandalized as well, because these particular advertising spots basically belong to private contractors or vendors. And look at the height that it is in, around 20 to 30 feet at least, and you can look at one of the pro-Canada activists who is coming down right there, even as the police downstairs remain only mere spectators as well, because at least for precautionary measure, they're not even being detained or they're being taken into. So on the other hand, we are also looking at the toll plaza as well. Bhagat, if you could just concentrate, focus on this toll plaza out here. It's completely empty, and look at it. Where is it leading? It is leading towards the airport, meaning to tell that thousands of commuters who need to leave Bengaluru right now are inconvenienced. Why are they inconvenienced? The reason is right there on the left of our screens as well, where thousands of pro-Canada activists out here are clearly marching towards this toll gate, laying siege to it. There is no incoming traffic, there is no outgoing traffic, so it is complete pandemonium, it is complete chaos, and this particular traffic jam is going on towards kilometers together, even as additional police force will have to be deployed. That is exactly what we are saying at this point of time. And there are also rallies which are taking place now. One rally moving towards the Kempegowda International Airport. The other rally moving towards the Bengaluru city. The police have a lot of it on their hands as well. Where is the Commissioner of Police for Bengaluru city, Mr. B. Dayananda? Because properties are being vandalized. It is absolute public nuisance out here because people are not being let to go to the airports as well. You have blocked the service road. You are blocking the main road as well. So is this the sort of behavior that has to be displayed, inconveniencing thousands of commuters who are supposed to be leaving Bengaluru and who are also coming inside the city of Bengaluru?
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Viewers, top of his ranking writer, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will visit Jammu 27 December to meet top army officers at 16 Corps in Nagrota. He will then head to Rajouri and Poonch with army officials and interact with troops and civilians. Following this, the Defence Minister will hold security review meeting at Jammu Raj Bhavan in the afternoon. Today marks the day 7 of the Poonch terror attack. Search operations have been going on in the forests of Rajouri for over 100 hours. And more army officers have been deployed to intensify and fasten the search operation of the terrorists. Constant reports of the situation are also being sent to the higher authorities. Mortal remains of Jawan Chandan Kumar were brought to his native village. He lost his life during the Rajouri terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. Security personnel are deployed in Poonch, and they are conducting a search operation to apprehend terrorists in the forest region of Dera Ki Gali in Rajouri sector of Jammu and Kashmir. The internet services will remain suspended. The BSF troops launched a search operation after a Pakistani drone violated Indian airspace. In the operation, BSF troops seized 434 grams of heroin wrapped with an adhesive tape from a village in Amritsar. The troops swiftly responded to the drone intrusion, which dropped the contraband before returning back to Pakistan. A plane with 303 Indian passengers grounded near Paris over suspicions of human trafficking has finally departed from France after the questioning of passengers for 2 days. Now, the Airbus A340 and its Indian passengers were held at the airport when it arrived on Thursday from Dubai for refueling after an anonymous tip-off that it was carrying potential victims of human trafficking. The Indian Embassy in France has extended gratitude to the French government by tweeting an quote here: "Thank French government for quick resolution of the situation, enabling Indian passengers to return home and their hospitality. Also for working closely with embassy team present throughout at the site to ensure welfare and smooth and safe return." Thousands of tourists have been stuck in traffic jams at the Atal Tunnel, according to the latest update coming in, as well as 65,000 tourists and 12,000 vehicles are stuck in the traffic at Atal Tunnel. The traffic was closed on as tourists went for the celebrations on the occasion of Christmas and ahead of New Year's. The opening of the Atal Tunnel has driven hotel occupancy in Shimla and Manali to 90%, with a record of over 28,000 vehicles crossing the tunnel in a single day. The surge in tourists followed snowfall at the tunnel, and the hoteliers are optimistic about the continued high occupancy. The police are carrying out drone surveillance in Spiti at the ATR North portal in view of the huge numbers of tourists arriving here on the occasion of Christmas and ahead of New Year's Eve. The Himachal Police is working in a -12-degree temperature.
विकास का महोत्सव चल रहा है। विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा को शुरू हुए अभी 50 दिन भी नहीं हुए हैं, लेकिन ये यात्रा अब तक लाखों गांवों तक पहुंच चुकी है। ये अपने आप में एक रिकॉर्ड है। विकसित भारत संकल्प यात्रा का ध्येय उस व्यक्ति तक पहुंचने का है जो किसी कारणवश भारत सरकार की योजनाओं से वंचित रहा है।
Powered by Amity University, ranked amongst the top 3 universities globally.
QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top. QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आज इमरान खान छोड़ दीजिए, आज नवाज शरीफ वहाँ के वजीर आजम बनने वाले हैं। वो चिल्ला चिल्ला के कहते हैं हम बात करेंगे। क्या वजह है कि हम बातचीत के लिए तैयार नहीं है? अगर बातचीत से हमने ये सुलझाया नहीं तो माफ़ी चाहता हूँ आपसे कहने का, हमारा भी वही हाल होगा जो आज गाज़ा का और पैलेस्टीनियन का हो रहा है।
Viewers, top of his tracking right now, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will visit Jammu 27 December to meet top army officers at 16th Corps in Nagrota. He will then head to Rajouri and Poonch with army officials and interact with troops and civilians. Following this, the Defence Minister will hold security review meeting at Jammu Raj Bhavan in the afternoon. Today marks the day 7 of the Poonch terror attack. Search operations have been going on in the forests of Rajouri for over 100 hours. And more army officers have been deployed to intensify and fasten the search operation of the terrorists. Constant reports of the situation are also being sent to the higher authorities. Mortal remains of Jawan Chandan Kumar were brought to his native village. He lost his life during the Rajouri terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. Security personnel are deployed in Poonch, and they are conducting a search operation to apprehend terrorists in the forest region of Dera Ki Gali in Rajouri sector, Jammu and Kashmir. The internet services will remain suspended. The BSF troops launched a search operation after a Pakistani drone violated Indian airspace. In the operation, BSF troops seized 434 grams of heroin wrapped with an adhesive tape from a village in Amritsar. The troops swiftly responded to the drone intrusion, which dropped the contraband before returning back to Pakistan. A plane with 303 Indian passengers grounded near Paris over suspicions of human trafficking has finally departed from France after the questioning of passengers for 2 days. Now, the Airbus A340 and its Indian passengers were held at the airport when it arrived on Thursday from Dubai for refueling after an anonymous tip-off that it was carrying potential victims of human trafficking. The Indian Embassy in France has extended gratitude to the French government by tweeting, and I quote here, "Thank French government for quick resolution of the situation, enabling Indian passengers to return home in their hospitality. Also for working closely with embassy team present throughout at the site to ensure welfare and smooth and safe return. Thousands of tourists have been stuck in traffic jams at the Atal Tunnel, according to the latest update coming in, as well as 65,000 tourists and 12,000 vehicles are stuck in the traffic at Atal Tunnel. The traffic was closed on as tourists went for the celebrations.
Vandalized as well, because these particular advertising spots basically belong to private contractors or vendors. And look at the height that it is in, around 20 to 30 feet at least. And you can look at one of the pro-Kannada activists who is coming down right there. Even as the police downstairs remain only mere spectators as well. Because at least for precautionary measure, they're not even being detained or they're being taken into. So on the other hand, we are also looking at the toll plaza as well. Bhagat, if you could just focus on this toll plaza out here. It's completely empty, and look at it. Where is it leading? It is leading towards the airport, meaning to tell that thousands of commuters who need to leave Bengaluru right now are inconvenienced. Why are they inconvenienced? The reason is right there on the left of our screens as well, where thousands of pro-Kannada activists out here are clearly marching towards this toll gate, laying siege to it. There is no incoming traffic, there is no outgoing traffic, so it is complete pandemonium, it is complete chaos, and this particular traffic jam is going on towards kilometers together, even as additional police force will have to be deployed. That is exactly what we are saying at this point of time. And there are also rallies which are taking place now. One rally moving towards the Kempegowda International Airport. The other rally moving towards the Bengaluru city. The police have a lot of it on their hands as well. Where is the Commissioner of Police for Bengaluru city, Mr. B. Dayananda? Because properties are being vandalized. It is absolute public nuisance out here because people are not being let to go to the airports as well. You have blocked the service road, you are blocking the main road as well. So is this the sort of behavior that has to be displayed, inconveniencing thousands of commuters who are supposed to be leaving Bengaluru and who are also coming inside the city of Bengaluru?
Burning Question, powered by Kent Oro, co-powered by Sera.
As India awaits the mega inauguration of the Ram Mandir, Trinamool Congress and even the Congress party continuing to politicize the Ram Mandir. Face-off over Amit Shah's CAA declaration. Congress says speak about Manipur violence first. Big showdown in Bengaluru as pro-Kannada groups hit the streets over Kannada signboards. In Jammu, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chairs topmost level meeting over the security situation following the attack. Ahead of Republic Day, tableau politics has begun already. Bhagwant Mann, the Punjab Chief Minister, saying centres targeting opposition rule states. Thank you for joining us on The Burning Question, ladies and gentlemen. In a few days from now, in about 3 weeks from now, on the 22nd of January, a 500-year-long wait will end for the inauguration of the Ram Mandir. Now, whether you are invited or not, and if you are invited or not, it's your choice to simply attend or not attend. But even in the attendance and non-attendance, a message will be sent. It will be a political message that will be sent. Mamata Banerjee has indicated she may not attend, or her party has indicated that she may not attend. The Congress party is non-committal. There's no official word from Sonia Gandhi or Mallikarjun Kharge or the other party members who are invited. But the question is, why are some keen on making comments? For example, Sam Pitroda is a Congress leader. Sam Pitroda says he's ashamed, He's disgusted with the kind of politics that is ongoing around the Ram Mandir. He's calling it a spectacle. Why is INDI alliance politicizing the Ram Mandir? That's the burning question tonight.
In just 26 days from now, a 500-year-long wait is going to come to an end. The nation is celebrating. The world has set its eyes on what is going to be a historic moment. Ahead of the consecration on 22nd of January, politics over Ram Temple is only peaking. It began with the CPIM officially turning down Pran Pratishtha ceremony invitation, calling it weaponization of religion.
हमारी पार्टी नहीं जाएगी, हमने बिल्कुल स्पष्ट किया है और इसके पीछे हमारी एक बुनियादी समझ है। हालांकि धार्मिक भावनाओं की हम पूरे कदर करते हैं।
What followed was sources suggesting that Sonia Gandhi might also not attend the ceremony. Ram Mandir, being an issue of national importance, also elicited a response from Congress's Sam Pitroda. Pitroda, who's known to be close to Rahul Gandhi, says that he's worried about the path the country has set out on.
When the entire nation is hung up on Ram Temple and Janmabhoomi and all this stuff, it really upsets me, bothers me. Accept reality. Talk about employment.
The BJP was quick to hit back.
देश के लोग सोच चुके हैं और 2014 में लोगों ने उनका मन स्पष्ट भी कर दिया है कि कांग्रेस की इस करप्ट राजनीति, उनके अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स और जो उनका डिवाइड एंड रूल 65 साल से वो चलाते थे, उसको रिजेक्ट करके हम देश को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, ये लोगों के मन में है.
In the latest, sources tell Republic that Trinamool Congress Supremo Mamata Banerjee might not attend the Ram Mandir inauguration ceremony. In fact, the TMC has hit out at the BJP, saying that the party is treating Lord Ram as a poll booth agent.
हमारा भगवान है, राम जी को पूजा हम अंदर से करते हैं, मंदिर से करते हैं, घर में करते हैं, लेकिन भाजपा राम को वो बूथ एजेंट की तरह ट्रीट करता है. वोट में राम जी को उनका बूथ एजेंट की तरह ट्रीट करता है, पॉलिटिकल मार्केटिंग करता है.
The BJP says invites have been sent out in good faith, but only those called by Ram Lalla will come for the consecration.
वही लोग हैं जो राम को काल्पनिक मानते हैं, इनसे आप क्या उम्मीद करते हैं? इनके लिए तो राम काल्पनिक है, हमारे लिए राम हमारे आदर्श हैं. और देश की जनता जो राम को अपना आदर्श मानती है, रामायण से रोज नई शिक्षा प्राप्त करती है, उसको पता है कि धर्म आधार है किसी भी न्यायपूर्ण व्यवस्था का. और राम राज्य इसीलिए कहा जाता है जहां पर इंक्लूजन है, जहां पर हर व्यक्ति जो शोषित है, पीड़ित है, वंचित है, उसको साथ लेकर चलने का जो राज्य है, वही राम राज्य है.
Question arises, why is the opposition politicizing Ram Mandir?
Okay, let's begin the burning question. Kaushal Kant Mishra, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us live, along with Vivek Silas, spokesperson Samajwadi Party. George Kurian, political analyst, joining us on the burning question at 8 p.m, along with Advocate Tausif Khan, a political analyst who leans towards the Trinamool Congress, joining us live from Kolkata. And Professor Tanveer Aizaz, columnist, also joining us live from the national capital. Tausif, my question is to you, because, when this story was just playing out, I heard a comment from the Trinamool Congress. It's about the feelings of a community and the majority of Indians. Now, when you say Lord Ram is being treated as a booth agent, Lord Ram is treated as a booth agent, and I heard a Trinamool Congress leader say that. How can you justify such a comment? He wouldn't speak like that about any other god from any other faith, right? If you don't want to attend, it's okay, don't attend, but why do you make such comments? Tausif.
No, you are right. Mr. Kunal Ghosh, senior Trinamool leader and a spokesperson of Trinamool Congress in Bengal, has said that BJP is using this marketing in a way as a poll agent, as you rightly said. Mr. Kunal Ghosh has said this, and for this, Mr. Kunal Ghosh cannot be held responsible. For this, only BJP can be held responsible. It is how BJP approaches a religious issue and trying to take an advantage, a political advantage out of it. You see, a matter of religion is very close to heart and is very personal. It's a matter of personal faith and spirituality. However, what Kunal Ghosh here is saying is that BJP is marketing it. BJP is using it as a political agent right before the elections. They are marketing it, and that is the reason why you will see other opposition leaders also have declined to participate in any political event. And I mean, we have seen in the past 9 years, BJP has come up as a new avatar, which is less of a political party and more of a event company. So an event company is organizing an event with an object of 2024 elections. So why would any political person would participate in a political event? In a personal capacity, people have all the right to offer their respect and prayer, and I'm sure the whole concept of God is omnipresent, and everyone is free. And that is what Kunal Ghosh is saying, that we do. Kunal Ghosh said that we do worship Ram, and but we do not market the religion, and we not do use the religion as a political agent that BJP is doing. That is what Kunal Ghosh has said, and he is within his right to have that views. He can have that views. Okay. There's nothing wrong in that, as long as he does not stop anybody else from performing their prayers, from attending the prayers. I mean, no one is stopping BJP from going to Ayodhya. As a political party,
no, you can speak. I mean, you can question the BJP. See, my question was, Kaushal, Tausif, my question, and I'll get Kaushal Kant Mishra to respond to that. My question was, fine, you don't want to attend, it's an individual choice. Fine, you don't attend, that's okay. My question is, why do you have to equate Lord Ram with being a BJP agent? Why make such casual comments? Kaushal Kant Mishra,
this is not the first time.
Was that avoidable?
If you go through the Ramcharitmanas, in which Chaupai is there, Jako Prabhu, Darun Dukh Dina, Taki Mati Pahle Har Lina. ये हाल सिर्फ इनका ही नहीं है, विपक्ष के सारे नेताओं का है, आज की बात नहीं है। अगर हम शुरू करते हैं तो राम भक्तों को गाली देने का काम, उनको बोको हरम के लिए बोलना, कांग्रेस के नेता सलमान खुर्शीद करते हैं। कांग्रेस के नेता रामपाल कहते हैं कि मैं तो वहां ये भी करने नहीं जाऊंगा, इतने घटिया वर्ड यूज करते हैं कि मैं बोल नहीं सकता। कांग्रेस के नेता भरत सिंह सोलंकी कहते हैं कि जो रामशिलाएं जिनसे आज राम मंदिर बन रहा है, वहां पे कुत्ते भी करने नहीं जाते। ये विपक्ष की हमेशा से भाषा रही है। इसके अलावा कांतिलाल भूरिया जो राजस्थान के हैं, वो कहते हैं ये दिन में रात चंदा लेते हैं, रात में शराब पीते हैं। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए कहते हैं। ये कहते हैं कि 5 अगस्त को जब शिलान्यास हो रहा था, तो उस समय सारे विपक्षी जो आज इंडी गठबंधन बनाए घूम रहे हैं, ये सब काले कपड़े पहन के संसद जाते हैं। इनके पुराने नेता मणिशंकर अय्यर कहते हैं कि दशरथ के महल में 10,000 कमरे थे, राम किस कमरे में पैदा हुए कौन देखने गया था। राष्ट्रीय दल भी राम भक्तों को कालनेमी कहते हैं। समाजवादी पार्टी आजकल अखिलेश जी के नेतृत्व में एक नई रामचरितमानस छपवा रही है, जिसके एडिटर हैं स्वामी प्रसाद मौर्य। तो ये इनका कैरेक्टर है, और इनके ऊपर यही लाइन सही है कि जब नाश मनुष्य पर छाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है। तो विपक्ष हो, इंडी गठबंधन हो, तृणमूल कांग्रेस हो, चाहे कांग्रेस हो, चाहे समाजवादी पार्टी हो, चाहे साउथ की पार्टियां हो, जो सनातन को खत्म करने की बात करती हैं। और यहां तक कि कांग्रेस के आज के प्रेसिडेंट तो ये कहते थे कि अगर मोदी की सरकार आएगी तो सनातन का राज आ जाएगा। तो ये तो इनके डीएनए में भरा हुआ, राम की बुराई करना, हिंदुओं को बांटना, 20% माइनॉरिटी को जोड़ना और राज करना, वो सब बदल गया है। इसलिए खलबलाए घूम रहे हैं। आज इनको इनवाइट नहीं आ रहा तो ये परेशान नहीं हो रहे हैं। इनवाइट करने का काम राम ट्रस्ट कर रहा है, जो इनको इस काबिल नहीं समझता कि उनको इनवाइट किया जाए, इसलिए नहीं बुलवा रहा, इसलिए इस तरह की मतभ्रष्ट वाली बातें कर रहे हैं।
कौशल खान जी, ओके, मेरा प्रश्न अभी प्रोफेसर तनवीर एजाज से है। तनवीर जी, you see now it's who's that? I'm sorry, I want to ask Tanveer ji, 1 second. Tawseef, 1 second. I want to ask Tanveer ji. Tanveer ji, see, it's an individual choice whether you want to attend or not, but it's the country's temple. The temple belongs to the country. It doesn't belong to any particular party. You can say VHP, campaign for it. Advani ji campaign for it. Murli Manohar Joshi campaign for it. Yes, the BJP may have campaigned for it. Car Sevaks were there, right? But it doesn't belong to any particular party. Now, why should any particular party boycott it unless they're looking at political gains or losses? Tanveer Ejaz ji, your analysis of the situation.
No. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
So,
I can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
The invitation itself is very critical. No, my question that you asked is that it's a country, so why is take it? The question is that it's tree trim, so it must be open for the common masses. Are you inviting us of political? Why are you inviting politicians? Why public officials or political officials are engaged in this movement? These are
Tanveer ji, I apologize. I think there's a little bit of a glitch in your audio because your audio is not clear, sir. Tanveer ji, sorry to interrupt you there. Your audio, there's a glitch because your audio is not clear. It's getting cut. I'll just reconnect your line. Just give me a second to reconnect your line. And I'll take that question to our spokesperson from the Samajwadi Party. Tanveer ji, I'll reconnect your line. I'll have my team reconnect your line and come back to you. Vivek, one of your party leaders spoke about, Babri Masjid yesterday, Shafiqur Rahman Bark, right? Right. Now, why did he have to talk about that? I mean, of course, you're also worried about your vote banks and your political gains and losses. If you don't want to attend, just don't attend. Right?
Yeah, first of all, very good evening to all of you. Yeah, definitely. I can say at the moment that, first of all, we have not been invited. And as our Member of Parliament, Shrimati Dimple Yadav has already said, that if we are invited, we will definitely go. And if we are not invited, then also we will go. Maybe after 22nd of January. It's not a compulsion. Anyone going on the 22nd of January has the faith on Lord Ram. Because Lord Ram belongs to the entire universe. Right now, what Mr. The person from the Bharatiya Janata Party said about Samajwadi Party and others, but let me remind you what Mr. Sanjay Nishad said, the one who is a cabinet minister in Yogi Adityanath ji's government. He said that Lord Ram was a illegitimate child. I repeat it. It's very, very serious. He said that Lord Ram was an illegitimate child. And he continues to be in the Yogi cabinet, and that is incredibly horrible and surprising for all of us. A person who speaks such, Mr. Sanjay Nishad, are you forgetting that? You should go and Google it. You can go in on the YouTube and see it. He continues to be in the as a cabinet minister in the Bharatiya Janata Party government. It is incredibly horrible and surprising that he continues to be in the cabinet. A person like Sanjay Nishad. And Bharatiya Janata Party has nothing to say on that. That is what I said. But the thing is, we have faith in Lord Ram. There's no doubt about it. Even the Shankara, one of the Shankaracharya has said that the Bharatiya Janata Party is politicizing it. It's not the Samajwadi Party or the opposition that is saying. Even one of the Shankaracharyas has said that Bharatiya Janata Party is absolutely politicizing the Ram Mandir. That is what he said. We can also talk about the health, the inflation, the education, the growth, unemployment, women, corruption, border issues, farmers, youth, infrastructure and terrorism, which has become a nuisance in the whole country. The Bharatiya Janata Party doesn't want to talk about that. The opposition is raising a very legitimate point, and we are worried about it as to what is happening in the country. So that is the thing. Faith definitely is a big thing, and we will definitely go to the Ram temple, whether invited or not invited, maybe after the 22nd of January. It's not a compulsion that anyone who goes to the Ram Temple, Lord Ram Temple on 22nd of January is the follower of Lord Ram. We can go otherwise also. That is what I meant to say. But the Bharatiya Janata Party needs to clarify on two people. One, Sanjay Nishad, what I have just now told you. The second is a person who has abused Lord Ram in the Lok Sabha is in the Bharatiya Janata Party. His son is also a cabinet minister in Yogi Adityanath ji's cabinet. Why? You cannot have a dual, character. If you are with Lord Ram, you are with him. You cannot tolerate such things. That is a question to the Bharatiya Janata Party from the Samajwadi Party, and they need to answer that.
Yeah, let him answer. I'll give Mr. Mishra a chance to respond to that. Now, this comment was made. It's a controversial comment. Even some saints and seers in Ayodhya had questioned that comment, Mr. Mishra.
Nobody
How can you defend that comment?
Against
when
the
you
Lord
are questioning Sam Petroda, you are questioning Trinamool Congress.
Or Hindu. Correct? So we are not for that comment. And anybody should get criticized all over the country, all over the world. So we are criticizing any negative comment by anybody. But I am asking Mr. Swami Prasad.
I didn't hear your party. I didn't hear your party. I didn't hear your party criticize
what
this.
What the Samajwadi Party is doing? Is there any action? He is a Mahamantri of the Samajwadi Party. What the Samajwadi Party is doing? And Samajwadi Party, look inside yourself. You are the.
I need to respond, sir.
You are the killer of the car sevak. You made the whole Saryu with the blood bath. What you are telling? How you can say about that?
So is that the BJP's official response that
I need to respond.
First of all, you are not giving the invites, if I'm not mistaken. It's not you who are giving out the invites. Yes, you can. Yes, you can, but I want to make a small point. It's not as much as I know it, the BJP is not giving out the invites. It's the Mandir Trust that's giving out the invites, right? Right? And from what I understand, you think the Samajwadi Party does not deserve an invite because under Mulayam, perhaps fire was opened on car sevaks. Is that what you're saying?
Obviously,
I'll get Samajwadi Party to respond.
Even the current Mahamantri of Samajwadi Party is criticizing Ramcharitmanas. So why they should get invited? This is my opinion.
Okay, I get your point. Let Vivek respond to that. I'll get a quick response from Vivek. I'll get a quick response from Vivek.
I just want to say what Mr. Sanjay Nishad says continues to be a cabinet minister in the Yogi Adityanath ji's government. Sack him, break your election ties with him. We are ready to take action on Swami Prasad Maurya instantly. But the Bharatiya Janata Party only knows to blame the Samajwadi Party. They keep people for their own benefits, nothing more than that. And if Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, late Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, was so bad, why did the Bharatiya Janata Party and the central government, gave him the Padam Shri award? What for? That is a question. Why did you give him? When you are saying like that for him, why did you give him the Padam Shri award? Because it was your government who gave him the Padam Shri award. What for? If he was such a bad man.
Padma Shri award.
What because? Answer my question.
Okay, it is for another thing.
The government of India is led by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
But
nothing happens in the government except what Mr. Modi ji.
I want to bring in Tanveer ji. Tanveer ji hasn't spoken. I believe I have his line back. Vivek and Mishra ji, 1 minute. Just bear with me because two panelists haven't spoken. I want to bring in Mr. Tanveer Ejaz, Professor Tanveer Ejaz. Of course, I mean, see, in Yogi government and with the BJP, you have the likes of Nishad who make controversial comments. And in the Samajwadi Party, when Dimple Yadav says that if we get the invite, we will attend, and there is no invite, you also have people like Swami Prasad Maurya who have not been invited, right? Now, my question is, either way, is it now becoming increasingly clear that this is now going to be a political event ahead of a political election that's coming up in 2024? Each party will try to draw their own mileage out of this inauguration. Professor Tanveer, go ahead, sir.
Hello. Yeah, this whole event, inviting leaders from political party for the consecration ceremony, I think this is highly political. You need not invite the leaders from political parties. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a very pious occasion, and let the common people should first enter. The common the common bhakts, should first enter the temple. And why to invite politicians? I mean, I have no understanding. Public officials, politicians, you are violating one of the basic feature of the Indian Constitution. Secularism is one of the fundamental basic structure of the Constitution, and time and again you're trying to violate that by involving a state, by state officials. I mean, the court must draw a line somewhere and make it very clear, the distinction, the separation between politics and religion, right? So that's my take on. My take on is that whole invitation itself is political and backed by this whole idea of generating a lot of discourse and debate before election, veering around Ram Temple and Hindutva and religion. So this is what generally, prior to election it happens, and it has created a kind of a frenzy where people would necessarily go about talking about religion for another couple of more months, and then you have elections, and then no serious issues about elections would be discussed. So my whole point is that you do not invite politicians, political leaders, to this kind of, and if you invite, the politicians must have neutrality. They should go to all. Why only temple? Go to mosque, go to church, go to Gurdwara. Everywhere you go with the same vigor and same vitality. That's what the Indian Constitution talks about.
Okay. Yeah, I get your point, sir. Point taken. George Kurian hasn't spoken, sir. With your permission, I want to ask him a question. George Kurian, the invites have gone out, as we understand, to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, to Mallikarjun Kharge, to Sonia Gandhi. It's another thing that the UPA, irony is Rajiv Gandhi opened the doors, right, for this to happen. But ironically, years down the line, the UPA, for example, in 2007 even denied the existence of Ram when they went to the Supreme Court. The centre back then in 2007 went to the Supreme Court and denied the existence of Ram when it came to Ram Setu. You remember that, right? So, do you also have, some issues? Do you think the Congress party, that is, has issues with being present there? Is it also about vote banks for the Congress party, in your opinion?
Well, Niranjan, good evening to your viewers. Let me begin by saying that, I want to give my best regards and wishes to the Temple Trust for the consecration ceremony on 22nd of January. I wish and I hope that, the discourse of this country will change and the perception of people to live with communal harmony will exist in this nation, great nation. Having said that, we cannot ignore the fact or deny the Bharatiya Janata Party or the RSS has only tried to manipulate and capitalize ever since 1992, since the demolition of the Babri Masjid, after the Supreme Court judgment in 2019 and 5th of August 2020, the foundation stone was laid for this Ram Mandir. Let me make it categorically very clear to your audience that every Congress supporter or well-wisher or the volunteer is as devoted towards Ram, and there is no denial that Ram doesn't exist. We try to put our policies in place and practice as per the living of Lord Ram, and we try to put it in our day-to-day lives. So there is no two ways about it. Having said that, you don't need to blow this out of proportion. The Sam's comment or views that he made about, Sam is based out of America and he looks after the international operations of the Congress party. Neither he's a Congress working committee member. So there is not too much of importance to Sam in this regard because he has
he's
a very
the overseas affairs in charge of the Congress party, as much as I know, George. And he says he's very troubled by the way the country is preparing for the Ram Mandir. He says he's worried. He says he's worried about the country's preparation for the Ram Mandir. That comment itself is worrying. It's about the feelings of a large population of India.
Well, as I said, one needs to take into account where does Sam come from. He has a very optimistic approach, and he's based out of America, and that's a culture that he comes out with. So Indians are connected.
Are you saying those who believe in Lord Ram and the Ram Mandir are not optimistic in life, in their outlook? What sort of a comment is that? Optimistic? What do you mean is optimistic? If you believe in Lord Ram, you're not optimistic, is it? If you believe in the Ram Mandir, or if you are looking forward to the construction of the Ram Mandir, does it mean that you're not optimistic? Does it mean you're from the Stone Age? What does that mean?
What Sam meant was, to give more importance to education, infrastructure, health, and all these things. At the same time, I strongly believe that, this religious, ceremonies and beliefs keeps us united, and that's the way it should be. And India is a, culture-wise, India has so many beliefs and customs and religions. So, having said that,
I'll take a quick.
BJP is making it political, and yeah.
Okay. I'll take a quick 30-second, last word from Tausif, because he's spoken, just a little bit at the beginning, and I'll take a last, Tausif, there are parties, and you whether you agree or not, Tausif, whether, you're backing the BJP, or you're questioning the BJP, or with the Congress, or questioning the Congress. The truth is, even during elections, there is something called the soft Hindutva that Congress tried and failed miserably, especially in the Hindi belt states. Now, before elections, they go to temples, right? They do a temple run, Tausif. You will agree that they do a temple run, right? They go to temples. They call Rahul Gandhi Janyudari, right? Before elections. Now, what is wrong if somebody attends the function? 30 seconds, Tausif.
People in media questioned the religion of Rahul Gandhi and linked him to Italy and Christianity. Then, as a public figure, it was incumbent upon Rahul Gandhi to disclose what his faith is. And people talked about his Janudhari, and people showed that he does visit to temples and churches and mosques. So, you ask questions, and then they give a reply, and then you say, "Oh, why this reply?" You see, the whole point is political party BJP, who has lost on all fronts, wants to rake up the religious passion and encash vote through it, wants to market religion and seek vote through it, wants to market a temple and seek vote through it. So therefore, the opposition parties are bound to give a political reply to it. They are bound to give a political reaction to it. Whenever there is going to be a politicization of a topic, then you cannot expect the opposition parties from rebutting it politically, and that is what we are saying. Had it been a purely religious and spiritual affair,
Mishra ji,
profile.
Okay, I'll get a 10-second response from Mishra ji, and we'll end the debate. I'll get a 10-second response from Mishra ji, Tausif, and we'll end the debate. Mishra ji, क्या आपके लिए ये trump card है? क्या आपके लिए अयोध्या राम मंदिर एक trump card है? Political trump card है आपके लिए? 20 to 30% of the work is incomplete. But obviously, I mean, there is a hurry, we hear, to inaugurate the Ram Mandir in January. So are you also using it for political gains? That's the question that the opposition
it's not
is
about us. It's about the Ram temple test, and it's about the Muhurat. When is the best Muhurat? That is how they have chosen it. It's their prerogative. But my friends are telling that Mr. Sam was telling something. What about Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who says that those who go to the temple, they do mischief with the girls? What about the Mr. Khadge, who says that Sanatan Dharma, if Modi government will come, Sanatan Dharma will come back? So what about them? It's not about them only. It's about Salman Khurshid. It's about Mali Shankar Iyer. It's about multiple leaders who abuses the Hindu Dharma. Ram
Mr. Mishra,
even Kapil Sharma stand in the court of law and says that the Ram is kalpanik.
We'll take this forward. We'll take this forward. We have another 25 days to debate this. We have another 25 days to debate this. We have another 25 days to debate. Kaushal Khan Mishra, Vivek Salis, George Kurian, Tausif, and Professor Tanveer. Thank you for joining us. It's also the first debate with Arnab at 9 p.m. Taking this forward at 9 p.m. once again. Thank you for joining us on The Burning Question.
Burning Question.
Co-powered by Sera. This is your space. Play it your way.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both QS and THE. The world's foremost university rankings organizations have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Christmas turned nightmare for tourists thronging Himachal Pradesh during the weekend. Massive traffic congestion with tens of thousands stuck in serpentine queues was a common sight. Videos of tourists stuck in Atal Tunnel went viral. Caught in traffic jam for over 24 hours, people struggled for food. The state police rushed in to manage the surging traffic in sub-zero temperature. As tourists rushed Chokes Manali, 28,210 vehicles crossed the Atal Tunnel in the last 24 hours. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV. India's naval prowess, the Indian Navy is poised to inaugurate the newest stealth-guided missile destroyer INS Imphal at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai on Tuesday. The INS Imphal holds historical significance as the first warship named after a city from northeast.
The Honorable Prime Minister Banerjee for giving and acknowledging the importance of Manipur, giving the names of Imphal in a defense warship, INS Imphal.
CM Biren Singh further stated that the commissioning of INS Imphal not only adds another dimension to our country's maritime capabilities, but also stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of our armed forces. The remarkable efficiency in building and testing INS Imphal sets a record for the shortest duration for any indigenous destroyer, from keel laying on 19th May in 2017 to its launch into water on 20th April in 2019. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Fifteen locals have been detained by the security agencies in connection with the Dera Ki Gali terror attack, which claimed the life of 4 jawans of the Indian Army's Raष्ट्रीय Rifle Unit on the evening of 21st of December, when they were attacked by a group of 2 to 3 terrorists that were hiding in the forested area. Now the security forces have detained 15 persons that include 8 from the Sonkot area of Poonch and 7 from the Thana Mandi area of the Rajouri district, and all the people have been detained on the suspicion of helping the terrorists directly or indirectly. The security forces are also analyzing the dump call data to analyze and trace out the pattern so that a major breakthrough can be achieved in the ongoing investigation, which is underway for the last 6 days. Important to mention that yesterday, Indian Army Chief General Manoj Pandey has also visited the Dera Ki Gali area of Poonch, wherein he has not only interacted with the commanders of the formation but also the troops who are involved in the operations, and has given a clear directions that the operations need to be conducted with utmost professionalism manner. And thus tomorrow there is also a high-profile visit of Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, who will be coming to Jammu, going to the 16th Corps of the Indian Army, and then to the Dera Ki Gali, post which he will be holding a high-level security review meeting at the Raj Bhavan in Jammu, wherein a threadbare discussion will take place on the security scenario in Jammu and Kashmir. This will be the second visit of Raksha Mantri to
has been the single biggest headline. The pictures of the vandalism, the rampage, the protest by pro-Kannada groups on the streets of Bengaluru, while breaking everything in their way, while questioning why Kannada signages were not seen in place of English signages. In a city like Bengaluru, which is India's IT capital, here's what happened. And there are many questions that arise about intentions, about handling of the situation, and much more. Take a look.
we are looking that the pro-Kannada organizations are storming to the other sides of the roads. They're in fact going towards the main road as well. Look at them. They're going towards the main road as well with additional police running behind them too. So it's completely chaotic. They have moved past the police security. They moved past the police security out here with hundreds of them going by as well. Even as the police have blocked one tranche of the pro-Kannada activists out there in jeeps, in cars. They're just taking the police over here by complete surprise. There's an ambulance passing by. Look at these people not leaving the place. Look at them not giving space to the ambulances. They're not even clearing out there. And the police are completely shell-shocked at the sort of behavior that is being displayed by them. And looks like, all of them have passed through the security cordon now and are marching towards the city, even as hundreds of protesters are being detained. Argument out here. This is a heated argument out here between the establishment and Karnataka Rakshana Vedike out there. They're trying to assault an employee. So no, you're looking at them. You're looking at them right there on the screens. You're looking at them that they are trying to in fact go ahead and vandalize them. Go ahead and vandalize the property. The police are out here. They're trying to control. Hundreds of these pro-Kannada activists are being dragged and detained by the cops as well. So you can clearly look at it. So these were the people who had gone inside the mall as well. So simultaneous infiltration from the back gate as well as the front gate too. And now slogans are being called out against the government of Karnataka and stating that they should be downed.
Joining us on the trending burning question this evening are Madhu Rao, spokesperson of the BJP, Chandan Gowda, Professor ISEC, Bengaluru, he's live from Bengaluru, and Suman Siraman, political analyst, live from Chennai. My first question is to Suman Siraman. Sumant, see now, the allegation here is, Sumant, of course you can't, nothing and nobody can justify the vandalism. It was not required. The state was caught napping. Prime areas, for example, I'm in Bengaluru right now. Prime areas like the airport road, for example, was choked. MG Road, Brigade Road, Level Road. Now these are central, like prime locations in Bengaluru where they went on a rampage, complete rampage, right? There is an allegation that such behavior, right? And while I'm not questioning the intent, I'm questioning the action. I'm questioning the action. And I'm questioning also whether there was a deeper intent perhaps to create a north-south divide. Now that is the allegation some people are making, that there is an attempt to create a north-south divide. And with the state being ineffective, silent, ineffective, does it raise questions in your mind when you look at these pictures?
Look, first of all, what happened is completely unacceptable, Ranjan. I'm getting feedback, so can they please rectify that? But the point really is that the Kannada Rakshana Vedike has had a free pass, whoever has been in power in Karnataka. That is the sad part. We have seen them extremely active every time there is a Kaveri agitation on the water release to Tamil Nadu. We have seen them be aggressive in terms of indulging in hooliganism and vandalism at the time of language-related issues. Somewhere there was a Hindi name board on the metro, and these people will go and paint it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is the responsibility of the state government to maintain law and order, and they should have anticipated trouble and they should have acted faster. There is no doubt about it that it is the responsibility for what happened today lies squarely with the state government for allowing so much of vandalism to happen. Having said that, these kind of protests are, who gains by fanning a north-south divide? Who gains by fanning a language divide? These are questions that we need to ponder about. Parties that are inclusive never gain from all this. It is only those who divide people on the basis of caste, on the basis of language, on the basis of religion. Those are the political parties that stand to gain from such actions. So we need to really ask ourselves who stands to gain by these actions, and thereafter try to see who is sponsoring, or who is there a hidden hand who is who is sort of pushing these people into the protest mode.
Sumant, you'll be surprised if I tell you or hint at the political hand. You will be surprised, but that's another debate. I will not get into that. I will not get into who backs or who backed the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike politically. I will not get into that. That is another debate. You will be surprised because you use the words inclusive. So that is why I will not get into that. But I will ask Chandan Gowda a question. For example,
why
Chandan,
not? Why
there
not?
is a rule.
It has to be debated openly.
There was a notice sent out.
Why are you shying away from naming whoever? If you know who it is, then you have evidence.
Okay, I'm not shying away. I am not shying away. Okay, let Madhurav take that question. Madhurav, you asked Madhurav from the BJP. Madhurav, are you backing the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike? Are you giving them political support? Why are you smiling? You ask him.
No, the question.
Why are you laughing?
No. The question which was posed by you. The question which was posed by you made me laugh because Suman Siraman, I don't know if Suman Siraman is a senior guy. Is he acting as a spokesperson of the Congress party or has he been stuck in the crossfire between the talks? I really do not know. But having said that, the point is this.
He's not a spokesperson. He's not a spokesperson, but he's anti-BJP. I can tell you that much. Yeah.
No, yeah. But look at the vandalism which is taken today. I think it is horrendous. I think it should have not taken place, point one. And BJP, 1 minute, let me finish. BJP believes in territorial nationalism. And of course, Kannada is a supreme language in Karnataka. Now, having said so, now the intentions of the government, you were talking about the actions of the government. I am also questioning the intent of Siddaramaiah government. The question is simple. What have you to do in the law and order space? You are supposed to control and manage these people. Don't tell me that the government did not know about these things. Am I to understand that the police is so much not knowing about as to what actions to be taken, or am I to understand the government was with the protesters to go and vandalize the shops and establishments? I really don't understand. I mean, there is a clear intent from the Congress party. There is a clear actionable plan from the Congress party, of course, to create a divide and to give a diversionary tactics because of the fact there have been law and order issues which have been taken place right from the installation of this government, right from 6 months. Look at the situation where we are, friends. Look at the situation. 450 farmers have died. Look at the law and order situation. And the police commissioner doesn't even have a clue as to what is happening. I mean, is it not stage managed? So a government.
Okay, let me ask a question to Chandan.
Who will then, they are responsible for law and order. So they will do it to get a bad name for themselves. Wow.
I will tell you, Suman. I will tell you why. I'll tell you why. Good question. Let me answer this. You know why Mr. Siddaramaiah and the Congress government has done this? To deflect from what Shivanand Patil has told, to deflect from the guarantees, to deflect from the fact that 450 farmers have died, to deflect from the fact that there is a current issue, there is a power issue in Karnataka.
No. 1 minute. How can you say deflect from guarantees? How can you? No, 1 minute. Madhu. 1 minute. Sumant, hold on. How can Sumant, Madhu, no, you can question the government, Madhu. Madhu, you can question the government. Sumant, 1 second. Madhu, you can question the government on handling of the situation, but you can't say they're trying to divert from guarantees. Come on. You also know they rolled out the 5th guarantee yesterday. Okay, that's the headline. They've rolled out the 5th guarantee. I want to ask a question to Chandan. Hold on. Chandan hasn't spoken. Chandan hasn't spoken. Give him a chance. Chandan hasn't spoken. Let him speak. 1 sec. Hold on. Let Chandan speak. He hasn't spoken. Chandan is not violent like you. He's very silent. Hold on. Chandan, there is a notification that goes out that the licenses can get cancelled if 60% signboards are not in Kannada. Okay, 60% signboards should be in Kannada. Right? Now, they could have implemented it. They could have given some time. There was a better way to handle this. It's all about handling. See, in areas like, for example, for those who know Bangalore or Bengaluru, like areas like MG Road, Brigade Road, Level Road, like heart of Bengaluru, there were activists vandalizing establishments and their signboards, and there was no policeman to be seen. Chandan.
Two very, very quick responses, Niranjan. I simply don't think the Congress is behind it for the simple reason that they have been trying to build brand Bangalore for the last 6 months. Every minister is happy to be in a high conference, inviting investment, etc. The last thing they want is for something like this to happen, which will completely not allow them to go ahead with that exercise. One. Secondly, there's a lot of confusion in this matter. See, please remember, Niranjan, in India, anyone can go on a rampage fairly easily. I mean, our law and order machinery is not what we see in Western countries, and you and I know that. Let's not pretend that, oh my God, it's such a secure place, how could this happen? Indian cities are not secure. Any city, I would say, is open to having something like this happen. I'm not at all saying this is a point of being, for feeling complacent about it, but this is a point to be noted. Because the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike said they would take a peaceful protest, it's possible that the police took them at face value. And what's happened is not what they had expected to happen. Be that as it may, on this question of signage, the BBMP commissioner gave ample time. He gave time until end of February for all shops to change their boards. I think it's sufficient time. So therefore, this vandalism, it was not required. They said it's a peaceful, this has gone unruly because the police attacked them is the version that they will give you. And I'm not, maybe they're right. I don't know how things panned out initially. Now, on the question of commercial signage, Niranjan, it is a 15-year-old issue. The Act, Commercial Shops and Establishment Act was amended in 2008 to say signage must have 60% Kannada. And that act was challenged, the amendment was challenged in the High Court, and the High Court did not uphold the challenge. But since then, the state government should have passed a separate law for this, which they haven't done. So now, but this issue was simmering. By the way, the issue of Kannada on signboards is at least a few decades old. On and off, you had activists attacking, blackening boards, etc. Clear rules, are being formed in response. But I heard the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike president say something which I think is correct, that some shops have mostly English signs and a small Kannada equivalent in a corner somewhere. But many shop establishments do have it properly done. But the very, very real fact is many establishments said they weren't aware that this existed. And I believe them. I think there's complete unclarity. Some shopping establishments know about it, some don't. So I think the window of time is important. But those who knew about it have slighted Kannada. This you and I can vouch for all these areas you mentioned just now. You just take a little stroll for you to see that English is the preferred language. And if you're saying north-south, it is not the north-south. It is the English signboards that are being challenged. And so, I think we need to get a good grip on this matter. Not at all to defend what they're saying, but I'm saying there's a history. And there is local sympathy for this thing because it's a symbolic thing and people constantly see, there's a tokenism happening and it's allowed to happen. Right? So, I don't know.
Let me tell you, see,
your question,
Chandan, I'm in Bengaluru right now and we covered it. We covered it, extensively today, this issue, Chandan. We covered it extensively and there is a lot of anger also in the people, right? There is a lot of anger. They say that, the people of Karnataka have been taken for granted, etc., right? Now, while you agree with the sentiment on the ground, right? And who are the people that built Karnataka? Of course, Kannadigas built Karnataka, right? But it is also the IT capital. So whatever happens here has an impact on, you spoke about brand Bengaluru. It has an impact on brand Bengaluru. It also reflects poorly on what happens across India, right? My question is to Madhu. Madhu, why is it that nobody from your party has spoken about this issue on record at the state level? Are you afraid of taking a stand in Karnataka on this issue? Why are you not speaking? Why is your party not speaking?
No, absolutely, Niranjan. The fact of the matter remains that we need to understand a little bit of constitution. There is a 1956 State Reorganization Act where is a linguistic basis the states have been formed and we need to respect it. We are respecting it. The fact of the matter remains there cannot be violence. We are not accepting for the violence which has been perhaps passively allowed on this matter. Our only question is simple, Niranjan. We are for Kannada in the state of Karnataka. It's a predominant language. Fair enough. We agree and we second that. We are it for it. The fact of the matter remains: how could the police or the administration allow such violence to have happened? The question is that where is the intent of the government and also the actions of the government? You are talking only about the actions. I even question the intentions of Mr. D.K. Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. Is it a deflectionary tactic? What is it all about? That is what we are questioning it. So be it BJP or be it my leaders, these are the pertinent questions which the Congress has to answer.
Niranjan.
Yeah. Suman wanted to come in. Yes, Suman.
One quick point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Niranjan, there is one other element to this.
Yeah.
And the reason why this is most noticeable in Bengaluru is obviously because of the high visibility that it gets if something like this happens in Bengaluru versus it happening in some other part of Karnataka. Second, there is an element of resentment in Bengaluru which has been there for definitely the last 20-25 years, that gradually the Kannada identity of Bengaluru is being overrun by people who are coming in from other states. And that is something that, may not even educated liberal people would sort of off the record share with you in a conversation, saying that they are sort of feeling marginalized. If you remember, Mumbai went through some kind of a similar phase where the Marathi Manus, the whole the way Shiv Sena came up. One of the reasons for the emergence of Shiv Sena in Mumbai as a very powerful force was the feeling within the Marathi community that they were being marginalized in their own city. So something like that is a very strong sentiment in Bangalore. And I think that if, today it's a global city, not just a Karnataka city or an Indian city. So I think the government, whoever is in power there, must allay or must work on assuaging the sentiments of the local people there. And say that, look, they are they are the sons of the soil, and their interests will always be protected. Something like that must be done. Otherwise, these kind of incidents will keep happening. And language is just an excuse for that.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll give 30 seconds to Chandan to wrap up. Spoke about Kannada identity. Suman, you spoke about Kannada identity. Let me tell you, the people and me being a Kannadiga myself, I can tell you that we are the most embracing people. We've really opened our arms and welcomed people to the people of across the country to Karnataka. We have a large heart, right? And you speak about identity. There are many ministers in Karnataka, I can tell you, who are from other states who don't even speak Kannada, right? It's a different matter. But Chandan, I wanted to come to you. It's all about handling. Chandan.
Niranjan, just like what Suman said, the government actually said, yes, this is important that we have to enforce this thing, that signboards have, the Kannada being prominently displayed, and we'll give you 2 months to do it. It was extremely handled reasonably and sympathetic.
Yeah.
So what happened today was untoward. I mean, why would something like this happen before people have had a chance to respond to that request of the BBMP? Right? So this is, and they said again, it's a peaceful demonstration, but it's anyone's guess, if this was part of, was planned, did things go out of hand? I don't know. I feel you will see tomorrow the state government will actually say that what happened ought not to have happened. And I think it's a way in which you do say it matters that Kannada is given symbolic section. But some things can't pass like this, especially when people are
you can't. And it sends out a very wrong message, Chandan. It sends out an extremely wrong message. Chandan, Madhu and Suman, thank you for joining us. A debate with Arnab coming up next in just 2 minutes. Thank you for watching.
Trending burning question.
Powered by Reva University, a social impact multidisciplinary.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. yet another top ranking for Amity University.
I am Marang Baloch. Now I am addressing all of you from Islamabad, Pakistan. I hope you are in any part of the world at this time, and if you are a humanitarian person, then you will listen to our voices and you will raise your voice against the Baloch genocide and help us. Baloch genocide has been going on for decades in Balochistan, in which thousands of our elders, youth, children and women have forcibly disappeared. Our people are being extrajudicially killed and our people are being forcibly displaced from their hometowns. Military operations are being carried out in our areas, our resources are being looted, and this genocide of our nation is intensifying day by day. Against this severe Baloch genocide, we held a peaceful sit-in for 13 days in Turbat, Balochistan, and after 13 days we started a peaceful long march which started from Turbat and traveled hundreds of kilometers to Islamabad, has reached the capital of Pakistan. Today is the 32nd day of our mass movement against the Baloch genocide. But in this whole mass movement, from sit-in to the long march all over Balochistan, the state has used extreme force to stop and end this movement. False FIRs were registered against our people, our friends were subjugated to physical violence and friends were arrested. And when we were faced all of these violence and conspiracies, and when we reached Islamabad, then we were stopped from going on to the Islamabad Press Club. And after being stopped for 3 to 4 hours, the Islamabad police started torturing us. We were accompanied by small children, women, elderly and young people. All of them were subjugated to severe torture. Water cannons and tear gas were used on us during the night in extreme cold, injuring many of our innocent children, women, elderly and youth.
आज इमरान खान छोड़ दीजिए, आज नवाज शरीफ वहाँ के वजीर आजम बनने वाले हैं। वो चिल्ला चिल्ला के कहते हैं हम बात करेंगे। क्या वजह है कि हम बातचीत के लिए तैयार नहीं है? अगर बातचीत से हमने ये सुलझाया नहीं तो माफ़ी चाहता हूँ आपसे कहने का, हमारा भी वही हाल होगा जो आज गाज़ा का और पैलेस्टीनियन का हो रहा है।
Christmas turned nightmare for tourists thronging Himachal Pradesh during the weekend. Massive traffic congestion with tens of thousands stuck in serpentine queues was a common sight. Videos of tourists stuck in Atal Tunnel went viral. Caught in traffic jam for over 24 hours, people struggled for food. The state police rushed in to manage the surging traffic in sub-zero temperature. As tourists rushed Chokes Manali, 28,210 vehicles crossed the Atal Tunnel in the last 24 hours. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV. India's naval prowess, the Indian Navy is poised to inaugurate the newest stealth-guided missile destroyer INS Imphal at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai on Tuesday. The INS Imphal holds historical significance as the first warship named after a city from northeast.
The Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji for giving and acknowledging the importance of Manipur, giving the names of Imphal in a defense warship, INS Imphal.
CM Biren Singh further stated that the commissioning of INS Imphal not only adds another dimension to our country's maritime capabilities, but also stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit of our armed forces. The remarkable efficiency in building and testing INS Imphal sets a record for the shortest duration for any indigenous destroyer, from keel laying on 19th May in 2017 to its launch into water on 20th April in 2019. This is Bureau Report, Republic TV.
15 locals have been detained by the security agencies in connection with the Dera Ki Gali terror attack, which claimed the life of 4 jawans of the Indian Army's Ross Rifle Unit on the evening of 21st of December, when they were attacked by a group of 2 to 3 terrorists that were hiding in the forested area. Now the security forces have detained 15 persons that include 8 from the...
Co-powered by Sera.
And good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This Wednesday evening, I'd like to start by letting you know that the Congress party has launched a second attack on the Ram Temple inauguration, with top Congress official and Rahul Gandhi's right-hand man and his closest advisor being fielded this time. And Sam Pitroda, on behalf of the Congress, is saying that he is horrified to see the country excited about the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. And the Congress party is saying through Sam Pitroda that it cannot believe what it calls is this Diya Jalao mood in the country. Rahul Gandhi and Sam Pitroda, the more you talk like this, the more you expose what you really are and what you feel about Hindus and Hindu civilization. Anyway, the Congress party has said through Sam Pitroda, no less, that the Ram Mandir inauguration and the lot of focus on it is a huge and unnecessary diversion for the people of India and something to be very worried about. Sam Pitroda, I have no doubt that you and Sonia Gandhi, Antonia de Maino are very worried about the Ram Mandir inauguration. And anyway, Sam Pitroda, you are just a wannabe Yankee, so you won't understand the feelings of Hindus in India. But the sheer hatred of the Congress party towards Hindus is unmasking every day. There is a problem, a deep problem somewhere that this party has with the revival of Hindu consciousness and Hindu civilization. The Congress party believes that a sense of nationalism is growing stronger, and as a party opposed to Indian nationalism. Yes, every single day, Rahul Gandhi goes on record saying he's opposed to the idea of India as a nation. And the Congress party, through people like Sonia Gandhi, Antonia de Maino, Rahul Gandhi and Sam Pitroda, fear that devout Hindus becoming more vocal will only add to the nationalist sentiment in this country. So here is a party that, one, is and has been against the construction of a Ram temple, and two, openly says that India is not a nation. For Rahul Gandhi, Italy is a nation, but India is not a nation. Rahul Gandhi won't speak against Italian nationalism, but he hates Indian nationalism. Here is a party fundamentally opposed to the country's largest religion and opposed to the idea of nationalism. Together, this party, the Vadra Congress, is joined in the hip with the CPM and CPI, both Beijing worshippers who formally joined now in the boycotting of the Ram Temple inauguration. And along with them, Mamata Banerjee, who gets furious and loses her cool and attacks anyone who says Jai Shri Ram loudly in her presence. She is also in the boycott Ram Temple inauguration brigade. And therefore, between all of them is an open challenge to the Hindus of India, that the Hindu religion and the greatest ever event for Hindus in the country has no relevance, no significance. It is, as the Congress says, a Diya Jalao moment and must be boycotted. This is exactly the fake narrative we must fight, viewers. These people are Macaulay's children, wedded to the British Raj and their Beijing bosses. And I have no qualms in saying that if you disrespect Hindu civilization by making a political spectacle of a political boycott of this great event, the nation will respond by boycotting you. I have no doubt about that, Sonia Gandhi. Sitaram Yechuri and D. Raja and Mamata Banerjee. If you're invited and you have boycotted, then the nation will also come together and boycott you politically. I have no doubt about that. Let's debate. Debate number 1 tonight, 26th day to go for the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha. The India Alliance is following an anti-Ram Mandir line. Debate 1. Debate 2 this evening. An unexpected language row has hit Bengaluru as pro-Kannada activists take to the streets over English signages. Debating that at 10 p.m. And at 10:30 p.m. tonight, the Modi government sets the record straight, bans Basara Talam's group under the UAPA. Debate 3, and here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight. No end to politics over the Ram Mandir. Sources suggest Mamata Banerjee also unlikely to attend the inauguration.
Okay to go visit temple once in a while if you wish. That's okay. Perfectly normal. But you can't make that the main platform. 40% of the people vote for BJP. 60% of the people do not vote for BJP.
Congress party says that it is bothered and upset that the grand Ram temple inauguration is happening and the temple is taking shape. The BJP hits out at Rahul Gandhi's closest advisor, Sam Pitroda. Massive language row hits Bengaluru. Hundreds of pro-Kannada activists stage protests over signages. Vandalism, violence, complete showdown in Bengaluru. Can fringe groups be given a free run? Modi government bans Masara Talam's group under UAPA for anti-national activities. And in Jammu, Rajnath Singh chairs a topmost level security review as the Poonch operation against terror continues. Ladies and gentlemen, the boycott brigade, the Ram Mandir boycott brigade, has been swelling as India gears up for the historic Pran Pratishtha ceremony. Rahul Gandhi's aide Sam Pitroda has accused the Modi government of having misplaced priorities. After Sonia Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee is also likely to skip the big event. The Communist Party of India, another key member of the India Alliance, has also formally joined the boycott brigade. Has the fake secularism camp failed to reach the pulse of the people of India? Ladies and gentlemen, today's political debate after a roundup of the developments of the day.
"26 days to go, Ayodhya is all set for the historic Pran Pratishtha ceremony.
The kind of journey that this entire temple has really seen that had been depicted, and what we are showing you right now is the entire structure that is all set to be inaugurated on 22nd of January. A lot of importance of the entire foundation that had been made of this temple as well. 50 feet deep is the foundation.
जो पत्थर आप मेरे चारों तरफ देख रहे हैं, ये पत्थर खास तौर से गुलाबी सैंडस्टोन जो कि राजस्थान से मंगाया गया, और यही पत्थर है जो इस पूरे मंदिर के निर्माण में इस्तेमाल किया गया है। भले ही पत्थर राजस्थान से आया है, लेकिन उस पर काम करने वाले नक्काशीकार, शिल्पकार देश के अलग-अलग राज्यों से आते हैं।
The India Alliance has belittled this glorious moment.
Too much importance given to religion. I see that democracy is being undermined. When Prime Minister of a country for 10 years does not give a press conference, that bothers me. When everyone thinks that everything good that happens in the country is only because of Prime Minister, that bothers me. Which says we are on wrong direction. When nation is all involved in Ram temple, Ram Mandir, Diya Jalao, okay, that bothers me. They have to decide what are the real issues. Is Ram Mandir the real issue or Berojgari is the real issue? Is Ram Mandir the real issue or Mangai is the real issue? Is Ram Mandir is the real issue or the air pollution in Delhi the real issue? Are very different from nations built on democracy, freedom, human rights, diversity, inclusion, like America. That's what we want.
Earlier this year, Sam Pitroda accused Centre of focusing on religious matters.
But everyone talks about Ram, Hanuman, Mandir, and I have said that temples are not going to create jobs.
After Sonia Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee is also likely to skip the Ram temple ceremony.
Mamata Banerjee, in the path of Sitaram Yechuri, is likely not attending the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha event, and this has become one of the biggest controversy in Bengal. Whether Mamata Banerjee is going to attend or she is going to skip this event is still a doubt because of the fact that Mamata Banerjee or the Trinamool Congress leadership is mum about her attending this mega event.
The CPI has joined the boycott brigade. Is this a crafted strategy by the India Alliance to toe the anti-Mandir line? Let's debate.
And Charu Pragya of the BJP is taking on Ramesh Sabharwal, very senior leader of the Congress party and member of the All India Congress Committee. Anirban Banerjee backs the TMC. Abbas Haidar is the national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Sadhvi Jayabharti is a well-known Hindu scholar. And Rajneel Mukherjee comes in as an advocate and analyst. He's joining in from Kolkata. Now, Ramesh Sabharwal ji, I want to start with an open debate between you and the BJP. This kind of Hindu hatred, this hatred for Hindus, your leader says, your Congress party says we should be like America. Sam Pitroda may want to live in America. Rahul Gandhi may want to live in America. We don't want to be like the Americans. But to say, and Charu Pragya, please note the words, Congress party says ye diya jalao moment ho raha hai. Does the Congress party even know the meaning? Why Hindus light diyas? What does it mean by talking about this as a diya jalao moment? There is a limit to which Hindus will take this daily abuse that the Congress party makes them go through. And with the Ram, if you are getting psyched that the BJP will benefit because the Ram Mandir is going to be inaugurated, that is your problem. But I don't think we are willing to accept it anymore. Are we willing to accept it, Sadhvi Jayabharti? Are we willing to accept this daily abuse and attack by the Congress party in some way or the other?
No.
Your party says, will making a temple... No. Your party says, will making a temple give us jobs? Will they say, will making a mosque give us jobs?
Yes.
Will they say, masjid banane se naukriyan milengi kya? What does it mean by asking that question? No, daily basis, mandir banane se naukriyan milengi kya?
भगवान राम
इसका क्या मतलब है?
भगवान राम से गॉड से बड़ा कोई हो ही नहीं सकता. Bhagwan Ram is supreme.
No. What is your party saying? What is your official line?
Party saying?
No, your party is saying Ram Mandir बनाने से नौकरियां मिलेंगी क्या?
No.
तो अयोध्या में मस्जिद बनाने से नौकरियां मिलेंगी क्या?
Parties Mrs. Gandhi.
अयोध्या में नौकरी बनाने से मस्जिद बनेगी क्या? मस्जिद बनाने से नौकरियां मिलेंगी क्या? बाबरी मस्जिद दोबारा बनाने से नौकरियां मिलेंगी क्या? बाबरी मस्जिद दोबारा बनाने से नौकरियां मिलेंगी क्या?
हमारा सपना था.
ये सब बातें क्यों कर किए जाती है?
We all will go there. All of us will go there. You know,
become a habit
for us. Ram is a god for us. Ram is a universal god for all over the world, you know. So we are not anti-Hindu or we are not anti-Ram. We are pro-Ram. We are with
Ram. But you are anti-Ram,
God is God.
You have repeatedly been anti-Ram.
No, it's very nice of you to say this, but I don't think that's your party stand. It could be your personal stand.
I want to respond to
Definitely not your
everything
party
I've been
stand.
listening. And then everybody can have their political say. As a Hindu scholar, I would want to come, and then everybody can have their political say. Give me 1 minute.
Don't involve politics into this. Don't involve politics into this. Already more politics हो चुका है.
Sir, please don't. You know what? Arnab, you bought this, that Sam Pitroda had said something. Before I go to what, forget it, sir. Please let me speak. So now, Arnab, I'm not going to speak. This guy is now in a short while, he'll start shouting, he'll start hyperventilating. I just want some sort of a decent debate if he can actually handle his responses. Now, if I'm coming back to what Sam Pitroda is saying, Congress is an irrelevant party for nationalistic issues. It's somewhere in some region, so it's an irrelevant party today, and Sam Pitroda is equally irrelevant representative of an irrelevant party. So I don't even find it, had it been some other issue, I would not have found it meaningful to have been responding to Sam Pitroda. But one thing, if Congress today, I find the most utterly confused party, if somebody is, it is the Congress. Reason being, they find it a national issue when they file the affidavit and say that Ram was imaginary, wo kalpanik the. It is a responsibility of a political party to do, and it's a political act. And when they were filing this affidavit, they were creating jobs. One. Secondly, the people, Sam Pitroda, I don't know what he's smoking nowadays. He is absolutely out of facts, out of data, and they feel that they are the party. Now they take up the issue of education, health, and jobs. What were they doing for 65 and 70 years if they could not solve these problems of the country? And now they blame it the BJP. The current leadership, what they are doing is they are creating jobs. They are creating more advanced educational, more IITs, IIMs, and they are creating the temple. They are not compromising one for the another, and they don't know what this development means. They have not even calculated what kind of jobs the construction of Ram Temple is doing. But now, if I come as a Hindu scholar, I would like to say that a civilization does not only survive by jobs, by education. It survives by its identity. It survives by its own roots, its civilizational identity. And Hindus have been reeling under your fake secularism, where your secularism started only by abusing the Hindus. And today, just because you are such a confused party, sometimes your party leader Rahul Gandhi wears a dhoti and ulta janev and goes to do marching in the temples. And today, then they say he is also a Ram Bhakt. And then when it's actually the credit of this Ram Mandir is being given to the PM, you say you will not stand by. You do not know what you want. You do not know where you stand. You have lost your ground. You have lost your reasoning. And as a Hindu, I'm calling that definitely we are not taking it. Our consciousness is rising, and enough is enough. If you do not have relevant points to speak, keep shut rather than abusing Hindus for once and for all.
Can we come in now?
When we are abusing Hindus, अपने आप को गाली देंगे? क्या बाल की बात करती हैं आप तो?
No, this.
लॉजिक पे बात कीजिए, मेरे सेंटेंसेस पे रिस्पॉन्ड करने की जरूरत नहीं है. व्हाट इज दैट? दिया जलाओ. मैंने बोला कैंडल जलाओ सैम पिट्रोडा को कि वो क्रिसमस पे कैंडल जलाते हैं. डिड आई से कि कैंडल जलाओ मूवमेंट शुड नॉट बी देयर इन द कंट्री, और देयर शुड नॉट बी नमाज इन द कंट्री? व्हाट इज he is mocking my practices. He is mocking my rituals. He is actually he is hiding his incompetency of his own party in the reel of Ram Mandir. If you cannot defend what your misdoings are, do not blame it on Hindus. You are your own failure, sir.
You are also Hindu like you people.
As a political party, you should behave. We are also the majority. Also, the citizen of India. You cannot make my mockery, and you cannot walk over my faith. Be aware of that. And you cannot walk over my faith.
Well, I think Charu is coming in with an opening statement. And before Charu comes in with an opening statement, the Congress party says that will having a Ram temple solve the problems of our country? And they say there is too much of a focus on religion. But when Sonia Gandhi meets the Shahi Imam to beg for Muslim votes, and the Congress party says that it is basically a Muslim party, then there is no religious angle in this. And don't make me open my mouth about Mamata Banerjee's minorityism as you very well know, all of you, Anirban and Rajneel, know the kind of minorityism she follows. The question being,
complete hartal on Muharram.
how will a Ram temple help us?
Not doing
The question I would ask is, they are basically saying that being a devout Hindu will reduce the chances of development in the country. And I say, we can build a Ram temple and also have a near $4 trillion economy.
Yes.
We can build a Ram temple and be one of the fastest growing economies in the world. That is the fundamental point. There is an attempt, Charu.
Arnab, how many trillions the economy might become?
Which couple of hundred of people?
Only a few hundred will have 90% of that wealth. Yeah, of course.
So
There is an international report published just day before yesterday that 80% of Indians go to bed with half of their stomach filled. So we are, as a country, a nation, hungry nation.
That's so derogatory.
Almost
how do you manage to
80%
say all these things and get away with it? I don't
bed.
understand. That's so derogatory.
Completely fake in nature. I can say that. Nobody is trying.
Arnab, if I may now please, and I will request everyone because of a lack of a fantastic connection, I apologize.
Rajni, just wait a moment.
Right now. Yeah. Am I audible?
You are. Go on.
In this country, Prime Minister Modi has proved time and time again that dharma and development go hand in hand. In fact, when development goes hand in hand with dharma, it is faster, it is better, it is pro-people. And you keep asking again and again, what is Ram Mandir going to bring? Ram Mandir is going to bring peace and happiness to every single Hindu in the world. But not just that, a thriving economy to Ayodhya. Maybe you fail to notice how Kashi has grown leaps and bounds after the last corridor was unveiled. You need to understand that religious tourism is a huge chunk of tourism, not just in India, but all over the world. Sam Pitroda ji, his full name is actually Satyanarayan ji, actually did us a favor by showing us the true face of Congress and then telling us how repeatedly Congress has decided to be anti-Hindu. As for Mamata Didi Arnab, this is the woman who has a problem with Jai Shri Ram. तो जिनको जय श्री राम सुनने से इतनी आपत्ति हो जाती है, उनको राम मंदिर के उद्घाटन पे खुशी कैसे हो सकती है? Her entire politics rests on making sure that she degrades and puts down the Hindus of this country. Now, Ram Mandir for us is not a political issue. All of you are making it one, irrespective, it doesn't matter. This is the original Diwali. This is how the world must have felt when Bhagwan Shri Ram returned home with Sita Mata after the Ramayana was fought. This is how everybody must have felt, and I for one cannot wait for the 22nd. I think we are blessed that we're going to witness a day like this. But you know, while we are ready to celebrate,
now can you respond to that?
Bated breath to celebrate, what is the opposition doing? First of all, they tried every single thing.
No, now is this a monologue or what?
Does not inaugurate early. After 550 years also, they are filing petitions in court saying date nahi lagni chahiye. They are filing petitions in court and saying ye delay hona chahiye. You are actually hell-bent on dividing India on religious line, on even geographical lines. मतलब कुछ नहीं चल रहा है तो आप north-south divide create कर दीजिए.
Okay, now can I respond?
Wiser. I heard Sam Pitroda ji. Everything he was saying, I wanted to applaud. I honestly wanted to applaud because I think he has been very brutally upfront of what this political party stands for. And whatever yatra you are planning now, the 14th or the 15th launch, relaunch, relaunch. It is to fail, or at least provide us with some entertainment before it finally fails. Because the last one, I still remember all those dialogues. Don't be afraid of the cold. आप ठंड से डरते हो इसलिए आपको ठंड लगती है. I mean, what was he doing? What was he doing? He was meeting priests in Kerala, putting down Hindus. He's shaking hands with people who put down Sanatan. Even after a massive loss in these 5 state elections, you are going ahead and backing people who are only dividing India and doing nothing else, and you're welcome to your negativity. And while you wallow in your negativity, India is rising, India is shining, and India is getting ready to celebrate Diya Jalakar.
Ma'am, are you done?
No, I am not done.
No,
I want to say something more. And I want to go to the SP representative. I am not done. I want to ask something to the SP representative. I want to ask something to the Samajwadi Party representative. My question to Abbas Haider of the Samajwadi Party is this: Abbas, do you remember that when Mulayam Singh Yadav was the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, hundreds of car sevaks, Ram Bhakts were killed because Mulayam Singh Yadav said, "Goli maar do, kill them." And Mulayam Singh Yadav said, if I wanted to, I could have killed more people. And not only devotees were killed, they were not allowed to be cremated as per Hindu rituals. The car sevaks, the Ram Bhakts who died, Mulayam Singh Yadav did not allow them to be cremated as per Hindu rituals. They were buried. Shame on you. You buried the Hindus. You buried the Hindu car sevaks. दफना दिया आपने उनको. Do you understand what that means for a Hindu? When you were in the center, 1992, Narasimha Rao cabinet dismissed elected governments controlled by the BJP and imposed direct rule from the capital. But leave that aside. Simple point is, today at least you should come on TV and say, we apologize for the massacre of Hindus by Mulayam Singh Yadav. Narsanhar tha. Republic Bharat, when the channel was launched, the first story we did was of the Narsanhar of car sevaks. People still remember. And you people are talking about giving religion importance. The fact of the matter is this. Ramesh Sabarwal, गुस्सा मत होइए जो मैं बोलने वाला आप लोगों को. मैं बोलूंगा कि आप लोग सब ये जो डर रहे ना राम मंदिर इनॉग्रेशन में, नहीं मेरी बात सुनिए. आप डर क्यों रहे ना? आपको लगता है मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन आपको वोट नहीं करेगी. यू थिंक यू विल लूज द मुस्लिम वोट. देयरफॉर यू आर मेकिंग नहीं यही है. Therefore, you are making a political spectacle of it. You are doing politics of it. You are using the Ram Mandir boycott to prove your credentials to the Muslim voter, and the Muslim voter will also reject you. You are using this. You are using the boycott. You are using the boycott to tell the Muslim voter. Of course, it's a boycott. Is Sonia Gandhi going? Sonia Gandhi is going.
Can I respond to your question first?
And if Sonia Gandhi boycotts, then no. And Sonia Gandhi boycotts, then if Sonia Gandhi boycotts, then she will go. She has to go. She will go. She will go. She will go. She's a Hindu. She will go. And if she doesn't go, time will tell. And if she boycotts,
why she will boycott?
If she boycotts,
don't defame my leaders.
No, I'm not defaming it.
We are all Hindu.
The report is she's boycotting.
Why don't we go to our God?
The report, no, I don't know why.
We want a Ram Rajya.
Is she a Hindu? Is she a practicing Hindu? Is she a practicing Hindu? Is she a practicing Hindu? Is she a practice? I don't know. I'm asking you a question. Is she a practicing Hindu or a Catholic?
Yes.
Regardless, you're saying she's a practicing Hindu. Even if she were not a practicing Hindu, she should go. She should go. But she should go, right?
Marriage हुई है हिंदू धर्म से.
The Gandhi siblings, of course, go.
No. Abbas.
She will definitely.
Abbas is Akhilesh going? Abbas is Akhilesh going? Or is he also boycotting?
You have put many questions in front of me, so let me answer them one by one. I'll answer each one of you.
Only one question about the massacre carried out by Mulayam Singh Yadav.
You have said something about the car sevak. Let me just respond to each one of them. I'll not run away from any of the questions.
Not something. I have talked about the massacre of car sevaks.
No. Let me just respond to you. First of all, Samajwadi Party has not received any official invitation from the Bharatiya Janata Party, from the government.
It is not about the invitation. It is that they
inauguration. Madam, please, it's my turn. I have not interrupted you while you were speaking.
And so even as a Hindu, I would want to listen that response.
I don't do this. Let me respond, please. It's my opinion.
You respond, sir, to the original question.
Let him
don't pick and choose.
I'm doing that. This is the question which Arnab has precisely asked me. I'm doing what I'm asked. Please,
Arnab asked you about the massacre of the Hindus. You didn't. You literally skipped it. That's the original question to you.
Did you let me complete? Or you're happy to just interrupt every speaker once they have started speaking?
Okay, let him complete. Let him complete.
I didn't interrupt. All I wanted you to respond to the massacre of Hindus.
No, I'm telling you.
Which your leadership did. just for the
What is this?
appeasement of
What
the
is this?
minorities.
What is this? If you
They
not
could
let
just
me
follow.
speak, then what's the
What
point
is
of
this?
calling me in
I
the
asked
debate?
you-
I mean, let me answer but
I
the
asked
question.
you a question.
No, I'm
The
asking one.
problem is, see,
Sadhvi
listen,
Jayabharti, let him
1
complete.
minute.
Let
The
him
problem
complete.
is,
Let him
see,
complete.
If
Let
God
me hear
forbid
his view.
any law and order situation happen, it is the Raj Dharma of anybody who's sitting at the government. Charu Pragya was talking about Dharma. Let's talk about Raj Dharma. What and precisely in the word of late Atal Bihari
And Raj
Vajpayee
Dharma
ji,
tells
who
you
told Prime
to
Minister
shoot
Narendra
down
Modi
Hindus
to
and
follow
then
Raj
bury them.
Dharma.
That's what your Raj
This is
Dharma
what
is
he has
teaching
not
you.
been doing. I am saying
That's your Raj
inauguration of
Dharma.
Mandir is a very good thing.
So
It
you'll
is being
kill
done on
very
the
people
judgment
in
of
the
the apex court of
Raj
the land,
presentism.
which
Thank you for again
everybody has
exposing
accepted
Samajwadi
and
Party.
welcome.
Thank
And
you.
let's not make this
That's
a
your Raj
political issue.
Dharma.
That is
So Arnab, can
the
we please
fundamental
note this?
difference
The
between the
Samajwadi
Samajwadi
Party's
Party and the
spokesperson
Bharatiya
says
Janata
it
Party.
is Raj
Because
Dharma
for you,
to open fire on
Bhagwan
Hindus.
Ram, for you, Lord
And it is
Krishna, for
Raj
you,
Dharma to bury
Bhagwan
them.
Hanuman is a political thing. It's a political figure for you. For us, we have faith
What is
in them.
political?
We don't mix
Hanuman is
politics
political.
with faith. We don't do
How
that.
is
We don't
Hanumanji
do that.
political?
And if
So how is
a law and
Hanumanji
order
political?
situation arises in front of any political leader, it is the responsibility of that
Okay,
person
for you
who
actually,
is
no,
sitting
you
at the
politicize
hem of
every
the
single thing.
administration
I
to control
understand,
it.
but I have a
So don't
straight
do
question.
that.
You
We
said
respect
Raj
the decision of the court.
Dharma
Every
is
citizen,
to
every
open fire
law-abiding
on
citizen
Hindus
of this
and then
country
to bury
respect
them.
the
Is that
judgment of
your
the
Raj
court.
Dharma?
And
Okay,
it is
counter from Charu Pragya. Charu.
Just give a yes or no
trying to
answer.
take credit of it. Why were they waiting for the inauguration till 2024, just before the Lok Sabha election? The issues the country is facing so because the Prime Minister does
And
not
every
believe in
single
Raj
issue
Dharma.
the country is facing
Unemployment,
is being dealt
increasing
with.
foreign
Do you know
debt,
this
inflation,
year,
that is
the Prime
basic
Minister
issues
announced
faced by the country.
13.5
That's a
crore
different
people
thing.
have
You don't want to
risen
talk
above
about
the poverty
you
line
don't
in
want
this
to talk
country.
on those issues.
The number of
That is why
airports
you
in our
want to
country
talk
have
about
doubled. Do you know the
Ram
number of
Mandir.
Vande
I don't
Bharat
think there's
Express
any
trains
point
which are
of any
running?
sort of debate
Do
on
you know
Ram
how
Mandir.
many new
Ram
medical
Mandir
colleges
is a
have
very
been
good step.
inaugurated?
Everybody
The
is
speed
going
of
to
constructing
get there.
highways in our
Whenever
country has
Bhagwan Ram
more
will
than
call us,
doubled.
हम तभी
Are you
पहुंचेंगे.
aware
जब
of all of
भगवान
this?
बुलाते हैं तभी
We are
जाते हैं.
the
We are not going
fastest
on
growing
invitation of
economy in
Bharatiya
the
Janata
world.
Party. We will जब भगवान राम
We
हमें
have
बुलाएंगे
touched
हम
1
जाएंगे.
lakh
समाजवादी
crore
पार्टी के लिए
for
पहले
our
भी क्या जाते रहेंगे.
defense
Don't worry
production
about
in
One
our
minute,
country.
one
Don't
minute.
worry about
Abbas,
Don't make
Abbas.
it an event. You want
Abbas,
to make this an
Abbas,
event to use
Abbas,
for your political
Abbas,
gain.
Abbas, I have a counter for you. I have a counter for you. And my counter for you is on the issue of Raj Dharma, which you have raised. And saying that the BJP is giving political importance, right, to this particular issue. Now, my question to you is this, and hear me clearly.
It's an issue in this.
In the 2014 general elections, in the 2014 general elections, the Samajwadi Party, allow me to complete. No, see, if you're not letting me ask you a counter question because I'm going to expose you nice and proper. Let me expose you nice and proper before the people of India. People want to see me expose you. Now listen to me. The Samajwadi Party, aiming for the 2014 general elections, had announced that areas which have more than 25% Muslim population, I repeat, areas which have more than 25% Muslim population will get more highways, more overbridges, more canals. Listen, Ramesh Sabarwal, more roads, more power generation units, more universities, and more Janani Suraksha Yojnas. So my question is, ये कैसा राज धर्म है? Places with more than 25% Muslim population will get more development schemes. Answer me.
Don't divide into.
Yeah, answer.
India.
No, 1 minute. Answer. Abbas.
Arnav, see the director principle of
you are audible, but आपकी बोलती बंद हो गई है.
To work for the weaker section of the society, what is wrong in that? What is wrong in that? If Samajwadi Party has tried to work for the oppressed section, for the backward, for the minorities, for the scheduled caste, for everybody who is economically and socially, politically backward, we try to work for them. We try to uplift them. We just do not particular.
No.
1 versus 1. First, Charu Pragya is countering. Charu versus Abbas.
About the economic, social, and political state of the such communities.
You know, they say weaker sections of society. Tell me, how are they weaker? How are they weaker? Are they economically weaker? Are they economically weaker? You spent your life doing appeasement. You had supported a prime minister who said the first right over Indian resources belongs to the minorities. Is that what secularism is? or that is your brand of pseudo-secularism that you're selling to get a few votes.
Our secularism is
And
when
in
the
spite of
state
that, how
does
many
not
votes did you get
differentiate
from
between any
2014?
Charu louder.
You lost 2017, you lost 2022, you lost 2019, and now you're gearing up to lose 2024 with the biggest margin ever. Because every single time elections roll around, you remember only this divisiveness of your statements and nothing else. You've never done anything for the people of this country. And what do you mean weaker sections of society? Just give me one statement. What is weaker section?
What have you done? Tell me.
What is weaker section?
Is increasing every day.
Explain.
People are
Explain.
They
So
want
first you
employment,
think
are not
it is
able
Raj
to give them
Dharma to
employment.
shoot on your
Inflation
news.
is
Now you
increasing
say
every other
that
day.
weaker
And you're
section
talking
is
about
equal to
issues
minority
which are
and
not
nobody
issues.
else
Ram
deserves
Mandir
any
is not
attention of
issue at all.
development.
Ram Mandir is being built. It is being inaugurated.
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. No. Abbas. You people are saying now. 1 minute, everyone on. Abbas, 1 minute. You people are saying now. Ramesh ji, idhar dekhiye. You people are saying now that the BJP is giving religion a lot of importance. Mr. Sabharwal, BJP is so bad, no? It gives religion so much importance.
But they're giving importance to only one religion.
I want to ask you.
They should give
I want to ask you, when Manmohan Singh at the 52nd meeting of the National Development Council said that innovative plans must be ensured so that minorities, especially and most importantly and especially the Muslim minority of India, is empowered to share equitably the fruits of development, because Muslims, Mr. Sabharwal, Congress Party, Prime Minister, Muslims have the first right on the resources of India. Muslims has the first right on the resources of India. Then who was giving religion importance then? Who was giving religion importance then? No, who was giving religion importance then? No is not an answer, sir. No is not an answer, sir.
Everyone has an equal.
You really think so? You really think we are all equal? We are all equal. Okay, then let me ask. I know 1 minute. You say we are all equal, right? You say we are all equal. Then let me ask Rajnil Mukherjee and Anirban Banerjee. Rajnil, you are in Kolkata. Mamata Banerjee in 2012, right? Aiming for the Panchayat elections, announced loan schemes and official stamps for madrasas. She said that there are loan schemes, employment banks and an official stamp for 10,000 madrasas. 1 minute. Not only that, she had earlier announced a monthly honorarium and housing subsidy for all the Muslim imams in the state. I am asking you, who is giving religion importance? No, I am asking you, who is giving religion importance? No, I'm asking a response from Rajnil Mukherjee in Kolkata.
Divided into two parts.
Rajnil, would you like? No. Rajnil, would you like to take that?
Yes, I'm listening. Yes. The thing is that, see, my stand is completely on a basis that Mamata Banerjee do the things whichever suits her. The first thing is that whenever there is a vote, whenever there is an elections, she tries to grab the minorities or the majorities of the people. She tries to announce some packages. And it is not done from this stage, it has been done from 2011 onwards, and it is continuous process. Now the thing is that Mamata Banerjee stand in something different, that whenever there is election, she goes to each and every one and she tells that I am supporting this religion, kindly vote for me.
And Rajnil, why do you think she is boycotting the Ram Mandir inauguration, as we are told?
She loves all the religion, but the fact is that when there is election, she tries to use the people of West Bengal to cast their vote in favor of hers.
Rajnil, I'm going to come back to you. You see here an argument being put on the debate this evening. 1 minute. Samajwadi Party and Congress on the debate with BJP and Sadhvi Jayabharti. I'll give you live examples. You people keep saying BJP is giving importance, it's politicizing the Ram Temple inauguration. The Congress Party, eyeing the Telangana Assembly elections 2023, promised financial assistance to Muslims through the Abdul Kalam Tohfa-e-Talim scheme. 5 lakh assistance to Muslims and other minorities after completing MPhil and PhD. Why should, my question is, why should Hindus, my question is, 1 minute, sir, why should meritorious Hindus completing MPhil and PhD also not get 5 lakh assistance?
They will get.
Why should no? But they are not getting the Tohfa Talim scheme. No, I'm asking you. Sir, I'm asking you this. Why should Hindu scholars completing their MPhil and PhD not get similar financial assistance? Sir, why the discrimination to Hindus? Second question.
Let us say the all.
No, one minute. Yeah. 1 minute. 2 versus 2. SP and Congress with BJP and Jaya Bharati.
In each and every bank of India.
No, you say.
Are we made on the basis of religion? My son took a loan and he went abroad to study. It is not based like this. The education loan which the government of India made in each and every nationalized bank, his housing loan is given on religion.
Ramesh Savarwal, you people have Ram phobia.
This is a no.
You have anti-Ram position.
Adnan, you are more Ram.
You have always had an anti-Ram
position.
You have an anti-Ram position.
You ask a question from Mr. Savarwal.
आप लोग anti-Ram हो. No. Who would like to answer the question? You want to answer the question? Okay, answer.
No. मतलब you ask कि मस्जिद बनने से क्या देश का बेरोजगार कम हो जाए? मैं कह रहा हूँ नहीं होगा. मत बनाइए मस्जिद. I am saying that आप the correct to say that. मत बनाइए मस्जिद. आपने जो स्टूडेंट की जो स्कॉलरशिप थी स्टार्ट कर दी उसको क्यों बंद किया? Why have you reduced the budget of the minority welfare ministry? Do something for the educational upliftment of the weaker section of the society.
Allow me 1 minute, Arnab. 1 minute. Only 30 seconds.
I don't know unnecessarily why
just
BJP
30
is
seconds.
making it
30 seconds, that's all. No, sir.
There is no issue.
So your party has been making houses in its
You have not even no political leader to attend the inauguration.
When you were giving Hajj subsidies across UP, you literally played for the Muslim appeasement and putting Hindus on the sideline. You have demolished Hindu temples, you have killed Hindus, and today you are talking that don't make mosques. I'm not saying don't make mosques, but you have made Hajj houses, you've given Hajj subsidies.
आज के अडवाणी जा रहे हैं. Would you like to tell me about that?
You have no moral right.
अब्बास हैदर जी 2 मिनट मैं हिंदी में कहूंगा, इंग्लिश में भी. रमेश सब्रवाल जी, जो सच्चाई है छुपाई नहीं जा सकती. ये रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क है, देश की सबसे बड़ी नेटवर्क है, और रिपब्लिक भारत की लॉन्च स्टोरी थी. उसमें वीर बहादुर सिंह उस समय राम जन्मभूमि थाना उस क्षेत्र के SHO थे. उन्होंने स्टिंग ऑपरेशन में कहा कि सैकड़ों हिंदुओं को मारा गया, सिर्फ 16 लोग नहीं. उन्होंने कहा गवर्नमेंट को रिपोर्ट देना था, तो हम गए मुर्दानी घाट पर, और वहां पर शमशान घाट पर जो बैठाते हैं उनसे पूछे, बताओ कितनी लाशें आई थी, बताओ कितनी लाशें आती हैं जो दफनाई जाती हैं और कितनी दफनाई जाती हैं. तो उन्होंने बताया कि 15 से 20 लाशें तो दफनाई जाती हैं. इन अदर वर्ड्स, द बॉडीज ऑफ हिंदू कार सेवक्स वर बेरीड बाय द मुस्लिम by the Mulayam Singh government instead of being cremated. A cop who was there in the 1990 massacre, who was located by the Republic Bharat team.
Do you have why don't you challenge in the court of law? Why don't you do that?
But you will not answer here, right? Because you do not
you challenge me in a court of law, I'll challenge you. You challenge me, I'll challenge you.
No.
1 minute. Don't ask me.
You are making a claim, and if you cannot answer,
you challenge me, I'll drag you to court. You challenge me, I will drag you to court. 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 A policeman who was at the heart of the 1990 massacre, located by our team at the heart of the incident, is caught on camera admitting that the Antim Sanskar was denied. The Antim Sanskar, 1 minute, Abbas, अंतिम संस्कार नहीं होने दिया आपने कार सेवकों का. अंतिम संस्कार नहीं होने दिया आपने कार सेवकों का. क्यों? Because Mulayam Singh Yadav wanted a report on the incident. God knows who was doing the scripting of this report. Ram Bhakt कार सेवक्स were denied an अंतिम संस्कार. भूल जाएंगे हम. याद नहीं दिलाएंगे. क्यों नहीं दिलाएंगे? क्यों याद न दिलाए? याद दिलाएंगे. 22 तारीख तक दिलाएंगे. उसके बाद भी दिलाएंगे. याद दिलाएंगे. क्या हुआ? याद दिलाएंगे क्या हुआ? हम याद दिलाएंगे, हम याद दिलाएंगे फर्जी रिपोर्ट की इंस्ट्रक्शन किसने दी, सवाल पूछेंगे। चुप क्यों है रमेश सबरवाल जी? नहीं, आप कहते हैं राम भक्त है, आप राम भक्त है, यू से यू आर अ राम भक्त, डजंट इट बर्न योर हार्ट?
अपने भक्तों को छोड़ गई,
पूछिए इनको
बीजेपी क्या कर रही थी वहां पे, क्या कर रही थी आरएसएस इनकी?
What is the problem with that?
सरकार किसकी थी?
सरकार अगर कोई गलत काम कर रही थी, they should have gone to the court, they should have taken up the issue to parliament.
Obviously
जी को पार्लियामेंट में उठाना चाहिए था ये सवाल।
Culture, my civilization or my history. A straight question has been asked to you. If you are saying you have been such a secular party and you do not want mosques to be developed, answer what Arnab Goswami is asking you. And I'm adding a question here is that if you feel that, mandirs do not build jobs, what were you doing giving Hajj subsidies and building new Hajj houses? Was it not Muslim appeasement? What is not your
ताला किसने खोला? राजीव जी ने। मूर्ति किसने लगवाई? नेहरू जी ने।
Why are you troubled?
किसके टाइम में टूटी? कांग्रेस के टाइम में।
पर राजीव जी तक तो जा ही नहीं रहे ना सबरवाल जी। अर्नब, can I come in please?
चारू प्रज्ञा is on the way. चारू प्रज्ञा is on the debate. चारू प्रज्ञा is on the debate. चारू.
Congress always hide behind ताला किसने तोड़ा? राजीव गांधी जी ने तोड़ा. We are more concerned about what happened after. What happened after? We're filing an affidavit in court saying that you in fact.
सुन ले.
What happens after? You have Sonia Gandhi at the helm of affairs who's never been to a temple. Never. Show me one photograph of Sonia ji in any temple. But I will show you hundreds of photographs of both the Gandhi siblings going to temple after temple only for elections. Never otherwise. I will tell you more. You did your best. You did your best to make sure the dates for the Ram Mandir.
Can you name those people who demolished
you did your best.
Masjid?
Of course, the power of the people of this country and their prayers were far stronger.
For all
The
your
efforts of
rants,
the government
can
of
you
this
answer
country,
this simple
thanks to
question?
Prime
Who
Minister Modi
demolished
ji,
Ram
were far
Mandir?
stronger. Tell me what happened after Rajiv Gandhi ji. ताला तोड़ा.
राम राज्य
उसके बाद आपने क्या किया? अपमान पे अपमान.
छोड़ो.
उसके बाद आपने एक नई थ्योरी लाई. Bad Hindus.
बाबरी मस्जिद.
उसके बाद आपने एक और नई थ्योरी लाई जो सनातन के अपमान में स्टेटमेंट्स दिए गए थे डीएमके के द्वारा. Your leaders have echoed that sentiment. Karti Chidambaram echoed that sentiment.
कांग्रेस पार्टी की बात करो ना.
Did he not? Priyank Kharge echoed sentiments against Hindus. Did he not? Can you refute that? As a
अब आगे वहाँ पे अब राम जन्मभूमि से अब राम के मंदिर आगे पहुँच जाते. I don't know why you shift to different parts.
What guise of secularism are you hiding behind, Sabharwal ji? In fact, I asked this to be a spokesperson as well. What are you hiding behind?
Not only what
pseudo-secularism and appeasement of minorities is equivalent to secularism for you today.
He's a god.
Is that what secularism is?
He's a god.
Are we sidelining anyone? Are we sidelining anyone? When we talk about our dharma and bow our head before our gods.
What?
Are we doing that? No. This is truly a government of सबका साथ सबका विकास. But ये बात आपके हजम नहीं होती. सबका साथ सबका
Your Prime Minister. Look at the language. Look at the language.
मोदी जी पर सबका
Look at the language.
बढ़ गया है. 2024 we'll get 400 seats in parliament.
Can I respond to Charu?
And while we are on the topic of this, Sabharwal ji, why does your yatra
before you respond to
not
Charu.
start from Arunachal Pradesh? I wanted to mention this. Why does it not start from Arunachal Pradesh? Are you afraid of what the Chinese masters
very
are going
important.
to say to Mr. Gandhi?
Because China will get angry.
What did you sign in that MOU? What did you write in that
hai.
MOU that you can't go to Arunachal Pradesh? Or you only want to go to places where you can use the plight of the people for your political gain? नहीं तक नहीं पहुंचाएंगे भाई. ये divisiveness है. नहीं पहुंचाएंगे. आपके newest chief minister ने बिहारियों के DNA को question किया है.
You are in power. Why don't you go to Arunachal?
Minister of the Congress in Telangana
Premier eye to eye and tell him
talking about the difference in the DNA of North and South Indians. Is that DNA different?
Not anti-Hindu.
Is that DNA different?
Hindu नहीं हो
You back
जाएंगे.
that statement.
Public समझती है आप लोगों को.
You back that statement.
मंदिर means राम राज्य. फॉलो. हम भगवान की तरफ फॉलो करो.
राम राज्य ही है. राम राज्य ही है कि मंदिर आ रहा है.
One quick point here. One quick point here. One quick point here. One quick point being made
just
here.
One line, or not just one line.
The Congress party says that a Ram temple will not improve the situation on education. Fact of the matter is, from 3.5 lakh crore in 2014 to almost 6 crore in 2018-19, there's a 60% jump in education. So we can build the Ram temple and also spend on education. 1 minute. Inflation, right? Inflation in its highest, retail inflation was 9.5% under Congress. It is 6.1% under under the NDA. Health, the health budget under the UPA was 35,000 crores. Today it is 88,000 crores. So what you are saying is you should understand you can have the Ram temple and also have great health, great science, great inflation, low unemployment, high education, and also lead the country at the Paris Climate Agreement. What you people have done is you've got it all wrong, sir. You think that a focus on Hinduism will make the country superstitious. A focus of Hinduism will add to the scientific temper in the country.
राम भगवान के नाम पे हमारे नाम रखे जाते हैं. हमारे पेरेंट्स ने हमको भगवान के नाम पे उनके विचारों पर उनके रास्ते चलने के लिए नाम रखे.
Ladies and gentlemen, but you're saying Sonia Gandhi will go. She'll go. She won't boycott. Sonia Gandhi will go. She will go. She's told you. She's told you.
But she will go.
She has to go. Okay, let's see. We'll watch that. Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm back on the other side, very interesting. He's a senior Congress leader and says Sonia Gandhi will go, which she should go. If she doesn't go, she's boycotting, like Sitaram Yechuri. Thank you very much. Well, when I'm back on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, the second big debate of the day on what are turning out to be almost violent language protests in Karnataka. The reason, the cause, and the debate in a few minutes.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
Viewers, top of his ranking writer, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will visit Jammu 27 December to meet top army officers at 16 Corps in Nagrota. He will then head to Rajouri and Poonch with army officials and interact with troops and civilians. Following this, the Defence Minister will hold security review meeting at Jammu Raj Bhavan in the afternoon. Today marks the day 7 of the Poonch terror attack. Search operations have been going on in the forests of Rajouri for over 100 hours. And more army officers have been deployed to intensify and fasten the search operation of the terrorists. Constant reports of the situation are also being sent to the higher authorities. Mortal remains of Jawan Chandan Kumar were brought to his native village. He lost his life during the Rajouri terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir. Security personnel are deployed in Poonch, and they are conducting a search operation to apprehend terrorists in the forest region of Dera Ki Gali in Rajouri sector of Jammu and Kashmir. The internet services will remain suspended. The BSF troops launched a search operation after a Pakistani drone violated Indian airspace. In the operation, BSF troops seized 434 grams of heroin wrapped with an adhesive tape from a village in Amritsar. The troops swiftly responded to the drone intrusion, which dropped the contraband before returning back to Pakistan. A plane with 303 Indian passengers grounded near Paris over suspicions of human trafficking has finally departed from France after the questioning of passengers for 2 days. Now, the Airbus A340 and its Indian passengers were held at the airport when it arrived on Thursday from Dubai for refueling after an anonymous tip-off that it was carrying potential victims of human trafficking. The Indian Embassy in France has extended gratitude to the French government by tweeting, and I quote here, "Thank French government for quick resolution of the situation, enabling Indian passengers to return home and their hospitality. Also for working closely with embassy team present throughout at the site to ensure welfare and smooth and safe return." Thousands of tourists have been stuck in traffic jams at the Atal Tunnel, according to the latest update coming in, as well as 65,000 tourists and 12,000 vehicles are stuck in the traffic at Atal Tunnel. The traffic was caused on as tourists went for the celebrations on the occasion of Christmas and ahead of New Year's. The opening of the Atal Tunnel has driven hotel occupancy in Shimla and Manali to 90%, with a record of over 28,000 vehicles crossing the tunnel in a single day. The surge in tourists followed snowfall at the tunnel, and the hoteliers are optimistic about the continued high occupancy. The police are carrying out drone surveillance in Spiti at the ATR North portal in view of the huge numbers of tourists arriving here on the occasion of Christmas and ahead of New Year's Eve. The Himachal Police is working in a minus 12-degree temperature to manage the surging traffic near Atal Tunnel.
I am Marang Baloch. Now I am addressing all of you from Islamabad, Pakistan. I hope you are in any part of the world at this time, and if you are a humanitarian person, then you will listen to our voices and you will raise your voice against the Baloch genocide and help us. Baloch genocide has been going on for decades in Balochistan, in which thousands of our elders, youth, children and women have forcibly disappeared. Our people are being extrajudicially killed and our people are being forcibly displaced from their hometowns. Military operations are being carried out in our areas, our resources are being looted, and this genocide of our nation is intensifying day by day. Against this severe Baloch genocide, we held a peaceful sit-in for 13 days in Turbat, Balochistan, and after 13 days we started a peaceful long march which started from Turbat and traveled hundreds of kilometers to Islamabad, as reached the capital of Pakistan. Today is the 32nd day of our mass movement against the Baloch genocide. But in this whole mass movement, from sit-in to the long march all over Balochistan, the state has used extreme force to stop and end this movement. False FIRs were registered against our people, our friends were subjugated to physical violence and friends were arrested. And when we were faced all of these violence and conspiracies, and when we reached Islamabad, then we were stopped from going on to the Islamabad Press Club. And after being stopped for 3 to 4 hours, the Islamabad police started torturing us. We were accompanied by small children, women, elderly and young people. All of them were subjugated to severe torture. Water cannons and tear gas were used on us during the night in extreme cold, injuring many of our innocent children, women, elderly and youth.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आज इमरान खान छोड़ दीजिए, आज नवाज शरीफ वहाँ के वजीर आजम बनने वाले हैं। वो चिल्ला चिल्ला के कहते हैं हम बात करेंगे। क्या वजह है कि हम बातचीत के लिए तैयार नहीं है? अगर बातचीत से हमने ये सुलझाया नहीं तो माफ़ी चाहता हूँ आपसे कहने का, हमारा भी वही हाल होगा जो आज गाज़ा का और पैलेस्टीनियन का हो रहा है।
Viewers, top up is tracking right now. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh will visit Jammu 27 December to meet top army officers at 16th Corps in Nagrota. He will then head to Rajouri and Poonch with army of.
Look at it, that it has been completely vandalized as well, because these particular advertising spots basically belong to private contractors or vendors. And look at the height that it is in, around 20 to 30 feet at least. And you can look at one of the pro-Kannada activists who is coming down right there, even as the police downstairs remain only mere spectators as well, because at least for precautionary measure they're not even being detained or they're being taken into. So on the other hand, we are also looking at the toll plaza as well. Bhagat, if you could just focus on this toll plaza out here. It's completely empty, and look at it. Where is it leading? It is leading towards the airport, meaning to tell that thousands of commuters who need to leave Bengaluru right now are inconvenienced. Why are they inconvenienced? The reason is right there on the left of our screens as well, where thousands of pro-Kannada activists out here are clearly marching towards this toll gate, laying siege to it. There is no incoming traffic, there is no outgoing traffic, so it is complete pandemonium, it is complete chaos, and this particular traffic jam is going on towards kilometers together, even as additional police force will have to be deployed. That is exactly what we are saying at this point of time. And there are also rallies.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Reva University, Quick Heal Secrite, Green Lamb Laminates, PolicyBazaar.com, co-powered by Mankind Pharma.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Bengaluru, the IT hub of India, is a melting pot, a cosmopolitan city with a proud legacy that is rooted in the commitment to drive India's progress in every way. What happened today on the streets of Bengaluru is a blot. Nobody in their right mind can justify the images, and I'll just show them right now, of mindless vandalism and rampage that went on almost unabated across Bengaluru today. In the name of defending the supremacy of Kannada over English, all kinds of elements, and no, I will not call them pro-Kannada activists, they are fringe elements trying to hijack and exploit an issue to undertake an agenda that is lawless. From car showrooms to malls to global brands, stone pelting, hooliganism. What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, what is even more worrying is the silence of the government in Karnataka. The government of Karnataka, which should be stopping these groups, barely had any frugal presence as these groups went from one location to another. These people want to preach about national security. These people who can't control some fringe elements in the heart of Bengaluru. But the larger question today is, ladies and gentlemen, what is the message that we are trying to send out as Indians? Are we trying to send out a message that fringe elements can do whatever they want in the name of regional pride and the state does nothing? Are we sending a message that fringe elements can take the law into their own hands in India's IT capital and the state will simply watch because it may please a frugal constituency? Access to airports was blocked. Ambulances were stuck. Traffic in many parts of Bengaluru came to a standstill. Ladies and gentlemen, over-regionalization by the fringe cannot become a justification in the name of federalism in India. I have long believed that the local regional players may benefit from this over-regionalism, but there has to be a larger national good that must come first. Because this sinister attempt to alienate through lawless means is not making a case for regional pride. In my view, ladies and gentlemen, we need to be and are abundantly proud of our roots and our languages and our unity in diversity, no doubt. But vandalism in the name of regional pride, what happened in Bengaluru today, is unacceptable in today's India. We must stand against it, irrespective of the political profiteering and appeasement benefit that it may bring for some. That is my view. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened in Bengaluru. Then we'll debate.
"18 kilometers of rampage and vandalism in India's IT capital." Pro-Kannada group Karnataka Rakshana Vedike held Bengaluru hostage with this protest. Their demand ensures 60% use of Kannada on signage across the city. Watch as even luxury car makers face the wrath on the streets. These hotel workers threatened for non-Kannada boards. The language divide at a time when PM Modi himself has stated that all languages are valuable in India.
कि आज का किस तरह कुछ पार्टियों का इकोसिस्टम पूरी शक्ति से देश को मुख्य मुद्दों से भटकाने में लगा हुआ है। हमें कभी ऐसी पार्टियों के जाल में नहीं फंसना। नई नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में स्थानीय भाषाओं को प्राथमिकता देना, हर क्षेत्रीय भाषा के प्रति हमारे कमिटमेंट को दिखाना।
But the vandalism witnessed today, the blocking of key highways, cut the city off from the world.
A few fringe elements belonging to the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike laid the entire city of Bengaluru to siege, and they also vandalized property, gated communities, pubs, bars, restaurants, hotels, sweet shops, and also private establishments and malls too. Team Republic did go ahead and track the Karnataka Rakshana Vedike's fringe elements for over 18 kilometers, where they left a trail of destruction in their wake too. Some of the passengers and some of the people who did go ahead and speak to Republic stated that they were worried about their safety and also their well-being as well.
Ambulances, patients bore the brunt in many parts.
I am a cancer patient. I have come here to stay out from a cold area, just to stay for my health conditions. But I am so much terrified. I saw somebody is attacking our hotel. They may do something else, and we are upstairs. How can we prevent ourselves? How can we save ourselves? Is this a proper way?
Police response was also found wanting, both in urgency and magnitude. Ironically, one proud pro-Kannada agitator was confronted by Republic Kannada for this.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೇನು? ಕನ್ನಡದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಭಿಮಾನ ಇದೆ?
ಸರ್, ಮೈಯಲ್ಲಿರೋ ರಕ್ತದ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ರೋಷ, ಸ್ವಾಭಿಮಾನ ಕಿಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಹುಚ್ಚು ತರ ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಭಿಮಾನ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಚ್ಚ ಇದೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆ ದ್ವೇಷಕರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಕನ್ನಡ.
ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ನಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಶುವಲ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ.
ಇದೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಟೋ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ, ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಕ ದ್ವೇಷನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆನೂ ದ್ವೇಷ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮವ್ವ ಎತ್ತ ತಾಯಿ ಮೊದಲು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಆಂಟಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು.
Who is stoking the fire? Was the situation mishandled? Could this have been stopped? Let's debate.
Rashmi Sawant, Tanveer Ahmed, Abhishek, Sudhir. My first question is to the BJP spokesperson, Prashant GS. Prashant, I am told the BJP cannot criticize this group that has carried out this vandalism because you are also supporting them. Or rather that they are so powerful that you have to support them and you can't criticize them.
Arnab, whoever has given you that information is absolutely wrong. BJP never stands for violence in any form. May it be these fringe elements who have created this ruckus in Bangalore. I want to put it on record that it seems to be a state-sponsored event only to divert people from the misgovernance of the Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar government. They want to divert attention of the people and therefore they're resorting to all these things. You had the hijab issue a couple of days back. It fell out when the Delhi leaders of Congress intervened. Siddaramaiah had to step back. Now he has brought about this issue. Otherwise, how on earth do you think that intelligence has failed so much and the fringe elements have a free fall for 18 kilometers? And they go on rampaging the entire city and the police are good spectators. So I put it on record that BJP will never stand with this fringe element. We stand for Kannada pride as much as every Kannada citizen is and a proud Kannadiga. But we do not indulge in this violence and at no point in time we encourage these fringe elements. In fact, the Congress is actively supporting them by telling the police probably to say, go slow on them. Because otherwise, at no point in time, you can say that 18 kilometers, police could not chase away these fringe elements. They have actively supported them to divert the attention from bigger issues which are plaguing the state. So therefore,
Abhishek disagrees with you, Abhishek.
Not wanting to take issue with them. We are never with these fringe elements. We are all for Kannada pride and we also believe in the territorial nationalism. We believe in the language, we love the language and we will support it. But at no point in time we can allow these fringe elements to have a free go at all.
You disagree with the sentiment that Kannada is disrespected by non-Kannadigas in Bangalore. We all know non-Kannadigas in Bangalore learn two words. They say Kannada gottilla, which means I can't speak Kannada. And the Kannadigas are supposed to just accept it. And they have accepted it. That's okay. Nobody is saying learn Kannada. I'm a Kannadiga. I speak Kannada. I speak Tamil. I speak Hindi. I speak English. Why is it that someone living in Chennai speaks Tamil, someone from Kolkata, whether they're Bengali or not, speaks Bengali? Why can't a Kannadiga or a non-Kannadiga both speak Kannada? I want to ask the BJP spokesperson, are you saying that this movement to follow the law is that 60% of the signs must be in Kannada? Are you saying that the movement that this law should be followed? Are you against it? Is that the position of the BJP? Is that the position of
Gentlemen, we are not against the law. We are against the fringe elements taking charge of it.
That seems to be
Are you supporting the fringe elements? Are you saying that the law has to be taken into your own hands? You will go on streets rampaging. There is a process of law. There's a process of law to be followed. Issue a complaint. You can't go and damage the public property and say it's for love for the language.
Nobody is saying answer the question. Do you support the sentiment behind the protest? Do you support the sentiment? Answer the question.
Gentlemen, kindly understand my point of view. We are all for Kannada pride and Kannada culture.
Involved in this
does not
protest, you can see that they have channels in English.
In the hands of a few goons.
They all have English brands.
This has not been followed and please take appropriate action in accordance with law.
And I can clearly see the
MP can take appropriate action in accordance with law. You can't let the goons go rampage.
They have a history of extortion. They have a history of vandalism. They have a history of hitting BBMP workers who simply removed posters of the Kannada Rakshana Vedike when it was put in, unlawful places. Illegal posters put up on the Rupatunga road. When the BBMP people try to remove it, these people hit up the BBMP workers. Not only that, you know what these people did? This organization, the KRV threw ink on the sitting mayor in Belgaum, and when he was removed, they went on to install the wife of a KRV leader as the next mayor. So you can clearly see that their protests have always been politically motivated. They have resorted to violence. They have resorted to extortion, to ends which are not justified. You can clearly see that their sentiment is not about the preservation of the language. As a Kannadi, I can clearly see this. I can clearly see this. What they're trying to do is damaging my state.
Are you saying that
and it is horrible for me. If the intention behind this was to reinforce the language, I could see it as a Kannadi. I cannot see it. Sorry, I cannot see it. What KRV is doing is not reinforcing the Kannada pride. Instead, what they're doing is trying to install their own people in political positions, strong arm people, extort people, and instill the fear of God in people to do their bidding. That's all they're doing. If they were so proud, there was no way women who say that, there's Kannada in their blood, they have English tattoos all over their body. The leader of KRV, he went and he met with, DK Shiv Kumar just 10 days ago. And DK Shiv Kumar ji,
I would say today, one minute. Rashmi, I would say today that this group should immediately sack this one member who has an English tattoo on her hand. If you are saying that Starbucks cannot be written in English, if you are saying that Starbucks cannot be written in English and all Starbucks signboards will be broken, then why do you have an English tattoo on your hand? That is number one, plain hypocrisy. The second point is, I am appalled that a lawyer like Abhishek Sudhir, I am appalled that a person like him who says he's educated in the UK, is a trained barrister, is a practicing lawyer, aspiring politician, comes on my program, Tanveer, and justifies violence, saying the means justify the end. No, that is precisely what he's saying. You are being utterly opportunistic about it. You are the danger. People like you who use hyper-regionalism to justify your short-term political ends and your own budding political aspirations. You are the threat. You are not talking about a 60% signage rule. You are talking about the moral right of this group to carry out violence across the city of Bangalore. And you are trying to pass the buck. And you are unwilling. People like you and Tanveer are unwilling to lay the blame on the Congress government, which is hand in glove with these elements. The Congress government is 100% hand in glove with these elements.
They're the paid agents of Congress government.
Tanveer, you saw this today. Which side are you on?
Abhishek, sir, it is my time, sir. Your name is not Tanveer. Let me speak. Sarvarigu namaskara. Tanveer and Kannada is just not a language.
Can't hear you, Tanveer.
Identity. It is our identity, and we have.
Can't hear. Not getting the audio.
And proper. Arnab, Kannada is not a language. Arnab.
Oh, not here. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go on.
Kannada is just not our language. It is our identity. Kannada is just not our language. Kannada is not just a language, it is our identity, it is our pride, and we would do anything to protect, promote and propagate our language and our culture. We are a $1 trillion economy in Bangalore.
Anything means what?
The Marwadis,
anything means what?
The Sindhis, the Tamil, the Telugu to come and hear and work. Arnab, let me tell you, if violence is a result,
you are dividing people of India now.
Do it. Why? Because our identity is in danger. Our identity. 1 second, Prashant. It is my time. Prashant, it is my time. Please.
Dividing people
Prashant, you are. Prashant, 1 second. Prashant, don't hackle. I am a better hackler than you. Prashant, just keep quiet. ಸತ್ತಂತಿಯರನ್ನು ಬಡೆದೆಚ್ಚರಿಸು ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು. ಸತ್ತಂತಿಯರನ್ನು ಬಡೆದೆಚ್ಚರಿಸು, ಕಚ್ಚಾಡುವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡಿಸುವಳಿಸು, ಬಾರಿಸು ಕನ್ನಡ ಡಿಂಡಿಮ ಅಂತ ಕುವೆಂಪು ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮಂತವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಕನ್ನಡ ಒಂದು ಭಾವೈಕತೆ, ಒಂದು ಭಾವ, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೇಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ.
You do not speak for all Kannadigas and do not
ಪ್ರೇಮ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಪುಟ್ಟ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ
don't display this thing.
ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
We can debate in Kannada in Republic Kannada channel.
ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ.
To Arnab's Kannada channel, we will debate in Kannada. Come to Republic Kannada tomorrow, Tanveer, we will debate it there. We will debate in Kannada tomorrow in Republic Kannada. Don't show your multilinguistic. You may be. Come to Republic Kannada.
I have a strong
Kannada channel. We will talk there. We will discuss in Kannada only.
Shame on you.
What are you trying to prove here, Tanveer?
Absolutely shame on you and people like you who are calling people who are fighting for Kannada
identity. You must be ashamed. You must be ashamed to be in this position. You are neither here nor there. Positioning in the political arena. Trying to gain some brownie points here by supporting this who's on the road. You are supporting a people who's vandalizing properties and
Kannada is an identity.
lawyers there with you.
To be a
What sort of
I am a Kannadiga.
talking? Is this the activism you're talking about? Vandalizing
You are
properties and
blinded
destroying
with
public
your
property is what you
political
stand for?
identity. You are really giving away the culture which this culture has
Insensitive
given
to
protection to the
cultural
entire
cause.
country. We
Publicity.
contribute 12%
How
to
are
the
we preserving
economy.
culture, sir, by vandalizing boards? How are we preserving culture? All they're
We are
doing is
contributing
they're
to become
spreading
$1
fear.
trillion economy
They're
only
spreading
in
fear.
Bangalore. And then
It is
you
not by these fringe elements.
Yes.
Tanvir Ahmed, these fringe elements do not contribute even 1 rupee to the economy.
Shame on you.
They're ruining the
These
very
fringe
Shame
elements
on you.
don't contribute even
Shame
1
on
rupee to the
you.
economy.
People.
You
vandalizing.
have insulted
Karnataka election of
business
Mr.
have
Modi.
lost money today.
To national
unsafe
television
and unwelcome for
ಕನ್ನಡ ಪರ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಬೈತಾರೆ.
Compensate for that.
ಪಕ್ಷನ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷನ ನಾಳೆ
Who's are going to compensate? Is it? State goons of Congress and your vandalists are going to compensate people for loss of business. Is
People
it?
who are absolutely hypocrites. You have no right to speak about Kannada and Kannada identity.
Tanvir, why are you bringing Kannada pride here? Talk about gundas on the road.
One minute.
Tanvir.
Have some shame.
Kannada language
Tanvir,
is gundas.
Tanvir.
I love Tamilians.
Kannada
I
language
love
does not
Telugu.
support gundas.
I love
Tanvir,
Gujaratis. I love
Tanvir.
Marwaris. But
Tanvir,
my love for
Tanvir,
Kannada is far
Tanvir, Tanvir, 1 minute. First of all, I respect you, my friend. But if you're speaking in Kannada, some of our panelists and viewers may not understand. You don't need to prove your love for Kannada. Even I love Kannada, though I don't speak the language. We are proud of the fact that Republic Kannada is the #1 channel in Karnataka today. But my question to you,